Live from the Maverik Center in West Valley City, it's Utah Grizzlies hockey. As tonight's the second of a three-game series between the Grizzlies and the Allen Americans. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Utah Grizzlies hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting here with Guy Chiarenza. As it's the second of a three-game set for the Grizzlies, they have a standing point in 6 straight games as Utah got a 5-3 victory over Allen on Wednesday night, a game that started an hour and a half after the scheduled start time, as the Allen Americans had a little bit of trouble getting to the Salt Lake Valley on Wednesday due to the big snowstorm. And Tyson stole the show as he had 2 goals and 2 assists. He was a +4 and led Utah with 7 shots on goal. So Tyson was the number 1 star of the game. He is second on the team with 17 goals this season, trailing only Cameron Wright, who has 18 goals this year. Wright is out of the Grizzlies lineup for the second straight game, nursing an injury. And speaking of guys that looked like they were banged up on Wednesday, Lucas Preek will be in net for the Grizzlies tonight. He got the victory on Wednesday, stopping 36 of 39. Lucas won each of his last 4 starts for the Grizzlies. He'll be going up against Chase Perry, who was outstanding in early February against the Grizzlies. Perry was the backup on Wednesday, and he'll get the start tonight. Chase Perry, it's been a while since he started a game for the Allen Americans. We'll see him in net against Lucas Preek here in the second of a 3-game set. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's Grizzlies Fight Cancer Weekend, presented by Mountain Land Supply Company. And near the bench area, there's actually the Dashers. They have names of those that have lost their lives due to cancer or are battling cancer or have beaten cancer. And over on the boards on the left side, they've got names all night long scrolling of a lot of those names are on the Grizzlies jerseys and other names as well of those that have been impacted by cancer. And those that have directly been impacted, either lost their lives due to cancer or fighting it right now, or fortunately were able to beat it. So it's an emotional night and an emotional weekend here at Maverik Center as it's Grizzlies Fight Cancer Weekend. And the Grizz are going to be wearing specialty jerseys tonight. They wore those same jerseys on Wednesday, and they'll also wear them tomorrow during the final game of the 3-game set. So it's going to be a lot of fun here at Maverik Center. And don't forget about the importance of the standings. We probably should have led with this, but the Grizzlies and the Americans are tied for 4th place in the Mountain Division with 49 standings points. Kansas City in 3rd place, 50 standings points. The Mavericks are taking on the Florida Everblades as we speak. And if Kansas City loses in regulation tonight, that means the winner of this game will take over 3rd place in the Mountain Division standings. When we come back in 2 minutes, we'll talk with Guy Chiarenza and get his thoughts on tonight's game, as it's huge in the standings and a lot of emotion in the building, as it's Grizzlies Fight Cancer Weekend presented by Mountain Land Supply Company, as we're in business on a Friday evening, and you're listening to the Grizzlies Hockey Network, presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can, and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
Welcome back to the Grizzlies Hockey Network. I'm Tyson Whiting here with Guy Chiarenza. Face off in about 15 minutes from now as the Grizzlies take on the Americans. And Guy, can't underestimate the importance of this game in the standings. It's game 51 for both the Grizzlies and Americans. Both teams are tied with 49 standings points and a .490 winning percentage. Now, Kansas City's taking on the Florida Everblades tonight. And if Kansas City loses, third place is on the line. It's Kansas City 1 point above both Allen and Utah. So, Guy, this is an important game in the standings, and that's why any victory against Allen is huge because these teams are battling for a playoff spot right now.
Yeah, Tyson, this game is huge. It's a big one. And I think the importance here is that the Grizzlies have the ability to choose their own destiny. I mean, if they win out most of these games against the division, they're going to be in a playoff spot come the end of the season. But if they start losing these games, critical games like this one, they might find themselves on the outside looking in come the end of March and the beginning of April, and that's not where you want to be. So right now the Grizzlies are in a great spot. They have the opportunity to choose their own destiny, control their own destiny, and clinch a playoff spot down the road.
Grizzlies over the last 5 or 6 games have really done a great job 5-on-5. That's been something the Grizzlies had struggled with early in the season, but here in the stretch of 6 straight games with a standing point, the Grizzlies really have played well 5-on-5.
Yeah, Tyson, they have, and I think that's great to see, especially at this time of the year. As earlier on in the year, the Grizzlies weren't playing great hockey 5-on-5. They were struggling to score 5-on-5, and they were really using the power play as a crutch to get most of their primary scoring. Now we're seeing the Grizzlies being able to use the most of the ice, and they're able to score 5-on-5, so they're heating up at the right time.
All 3 of Allen's goals were scored within a minute 30 stretch of the second period on Wednesday night on the power play. And if the Grizzlies want to come away with 2 standings points tonight, they're going to have to find a way to limit Allen's power plays, and they got to make sure they buckle down on the penalty kill because Allen's got 4 elite scorers, and they do a great job because they've got such high hockey IQ of moving the puck around and finding the open shooter. And because of that, I don't know that you're necessarily going to stop Allen's power play consistently. I think you just have to find a way to stay out of the penalty box against this team.
Yeah, Tyson, I think that's got to be one of the biggest memos from Coach Ryan Kanasowicz coming into this game is, hey, you know what? We got to be better on the penalty kill, but we also can't let them go on the power play. We just can't let those situations happen, especially against an Allen Americans team where they have a 3-way tie for the league's leading scorers and goals. I mean, they've got Colton Hargrove, Jack Combs, and Hank Crone all tied at 28 goals. And then don't forget about Liam Finley, who's right behind them with 25. So they got a lot of weapons, and the Grizzlies have to find a way to limit them and keep them off the ice on the special teams.
And Finley's probably best in terms of goals per game as he has 25 goals in only 39 games for the Americans this season. He had 2 breakaways in the first period, and watch out for him as Liam Finley's been outstanding against the Grizzlies this year. The Grizzlies have also gotten great performances from Dylan Fitz and Dakota Raby as of late. Raby's got a point in 5 straight games, and Dylan Fitz has 10 points in his last 5 games. In the last 4 games in particular, starting with the Gordie Howe hat trick last Friday against Savannah, he's been unbelievable for the Grizzlies. He had 1 goal and 1 assist on Wednesday night.
Yeah, Tyson, he's really been fantastic. And ever since Coach Kanasowicz moved him up to the first line with Penner and Pfizer, he's been lights out. He's been amazing. And I think, the guy on the other side of that line, Taryn Pfizer, had himself a heck of a night on Wednesday night with 2 goals and 2 assists, a 4-point game. So he's firing on all cylinders right now. And the Grizzlies are playing really good hockey all throughout the lineup.
Lucas Preet gets the start at net for the Grizzlies. He's banged up a little bit on Wednesday, but he was determined to be good enough to play today. He was good enough to stay in the game on Wednesday. The backup goaltender just signed today. Brent Moran signed with the Grizzlies today. He played previously with Worcester in the ECHL and also spent some time with Fayetteville in the SPHL. So Brent Moran, who was just signed earlier today, will be the backup to Lucas Preet. And Lucas has a victory in each of his last 4 starts. He was outstanding against Allen on Wednesday. In fact, he didn't allow a 5-on-5 goal on Wednesday. So Lucas done a really great job of keeping the Grizzlies in games, and you expect him to do the same here tonight.
Yeah, Tyson, Lucas Preet, this is a guy that has really started to heat up over his last couple of starts. Now he's got an even record at 8-8. He's playing his best hockey of the season right now, and it's good to see him back in net after he had a bit of a scary shakeup on Wednesday night. So good to see him back, and I really think that the Grizzlies where Lucas Parikh played arguably one of his best games of the season on Wednesday. I think he stopped Liam Finley twice on the breakaway. Then that was arguably the difference maker in that game. So Lucas Parikh had a fantastic performance, and I think if the Grizzlies want to win tonight, it's got to start with a great performance from him in net.
One of the things the Allen Americans blog said, and that's probably the best blog in the league, arguably, but you look at, they had mentioned the Grizzlies doing a great job protecting leads. 9-0 when leading after one period, 18-1 when leading after two. My thing over the last few weeks is that the issue had been the Grizzlies hadn't been playing with the lead enough. I think here in the stretch with 6 straight games with a standing point, the Grizzlies had done a much better job of getting established early and playing with the lead as opposed to playing from behind.
Yeah, Tyson, no doubt about it. And I think the key to victory on Wednesday was the Grizzlies were able to come out with all the energy. They played in the Allen zone for the majority of the first period, and they were able to get the first 4 goals of the game. And I think the Grizzlies' key to victory here tonight has got to be the same thing. They have to get that first goal and play with the lead and play with the momentum on their side.
We'll come back to the Utah Grizzlies pregame show presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott. We'll give you the starting lineups for both teams. It's the Grizzlies and the Americans. Utah's 3-4 against Allen this season. And we'll give you the lineups coming up next on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Welcome back to Maverik Center. Grizzlies taking on the Allen Americans. Face off in about 10 minutes. Here from Maverik Center, second of a 3-game series. Let's get to the starting lineups. First for the visiting Allen Americans, led by first-year head coach Chad Costello, who's a future Hall of Famer as a player in this league. Starting in net is Chase Perry, who's played 11 games this season. He's got a record of 7-3-1 with 1 shutout, a 2.91 goals against average, and .919 save percentage. Starting defensive pairing for the Americans, Ryan Gagnon, who's got 4 goals and 2 assists in 50 games, and Dalton Golly, who's got 5 assists in 31 games. Golly's got great size at 6'5" and 227 pounds. Starting forwards, Mikael Robidoux got 143 penalty minutes, 5 goals and 3 assists in 23 games. Stephon Fournier is making his Allen Americans debut. He's a longtime member of the Wichita Thunder. Fournier in 17 games this year has 7 goals and 5 assists. And he's a big guy at 6'3", 225 pounds. But he looks even bigger than that. And Grant Hebert, who's got good size at 6'4" and 200 pounds. In 17 games this year, he's got 5 goals and 7 assists. So starting forwards with Robidoux, Fournier, and Hebert. Starting defensive pairing is Gagnon and Golly. The Fantastic Four of Allen, their top 4 scorers. Jack Combs has 66 points this season, which trails only Hank Crone, who leads the league with 67 points. Also watch out for Liam Finley, who's got 25 goals and 29 assists in only 39 games. And Colton Hargrove, who's got a point in 24 of his last 25 games, as he had a 23-game point-scoring streak that came to an end last Saturday against Florida. And he picked up a goal this past Wednesday here at Maverik Center. So he's got a point in 24 of 25 games. He's got 28 goals this season. Now let's get to the homestanding Utah Grizzlies, who are led by second-year head coach Ryan Kanaslich. He's the Grizzlies' GOAT, as he's the all-time leading scorer in team history. In fact, we got the best players of each respective teams coaching their units. Ryan Kanaslich, arguably the greatest player in Grizzlies history. Chad Costello, maybe the greatest player in Allen Americans history. Starting in net is Lucas Parikh, who's got a record of 8-8 this season with 1 shutout, a 3.30 goals against average, and 907 save percentage. Starting defensive pairing, Chris Hagan just announced Bryson Martin, the former third-round pick of the Buffalo Sabres. He's got 2 goals and 4 assists in 37 games. Kyle Pouncey, wearing number 23, 6'3" and 181 pounds. He's got 1 goal and 6 assists in 45 games. So that's the starting defensive pairing, Martin and Pouncey. Starting forwards, Keaton Jamison. He's got 9 goals and 11 assists in 49 games. Jamison wearing number 12. He's 6'2" and 205 pounds. Number 22, Dakota Raby, has a point in 5 straight games. He got 8 goals and 19 assists in 45 games. Raby, 5'10", 170 pounds, played his college hockey at the University of Michigan and Sacred Heart University. Vladislav Mikhalchuk, who's got 3 goals in a Grizzlies uniform, 4 overall this season in 32 games with both Adirondack and Utah. He's 6'4" and 185 pounds and wears number 25. Scratches for the Grizzlies tonight: defenseman Corey Thomas and forwards Johnny Walker, Cameron Wright, and Zach Sekos. Victor Bartley's back after missing Wednesday night. Otherwise, it's the same lineup as Wednesdays. Grizzlies going with 17 skaters. Preak's the starting goaltender. Just signed today is Brett Moran. Moran is the backup. He'll be wearing number 50 this week, and then after this week, he'll wear number 36 for the Grizzlies. He is 6'4" and 194 pounds. He played previously with the Worcester Railers, and the Grizzlies claimed him off waivers, and he signed a contract today. When we come back in 2 minutes, we'll have face-off here at Maverik Center. It's the Grizzlies and the Americans. Coming up next on the Grizzlies Hockey Network, presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can, and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps.
Expectations here will always remain high, and we'll continue to find a way.
Guys put together a lot of good games, you know.
It's a great night for hockey as 2 big standings points are on the line as the Grizzlies take on the Allen Americans in the second of a 3-game series and 8th meeting this season between the clubs. Utah's 3-4 against Allen this season. They picked up a 5-3 victory on Wednesday night in the series opener as Tyson had 2 goals, 2 assists. He was a +4 and had 7 shots. He did everything for the Grizzlies on Wednesday. He is second on the club with 17 goals this season. Grizzlies have some talented forwards out of the lineup as Cameron Wright misses the second straight game. Johnny Walker and Zach Sekos are also out, and Corey Thomas, the big defenseman, is also out of the Grizzlies. So we're wearing the Grizzlies Fight Cancer Specialty jerseys, a white jersey with purple mixed in, purple numbers, and names all across the jerseys of those that have been afflicted by cancer. We'll talk with Kiki Crum in the first intermission. Her mom is on that jersey, and my mom's on that jersey. And it's certainly an emotional night, an emotional weekend here at Maverik Center. But certainly big in the standings as the Grizzlies and Americans are tied for 4th place in the Mountain Division. And if Kansas City loses, the winner tonight will take over 3rd place in the Mountain Division. Both teams have 22 games left in the regular season. And Guy, obviously, a lot of emotions in the building. And for the Grizzlies, they just got to find a way to use that emotion and come away with 2 standings points.
Yeah, Tyson, that's exactly it. You're right. There's a lot of emotion in this building. It's a very special night tonight and tomorrow. I think the Grizzlies need to take that energy from the crowd and feed off of it and go out there and play with a lot of passion, not just to start this game, but play a full 60 minutes and go out and get that first goal.
As I mentioned before, the Grizzlies have been a great team playing with the lead, and they certainly need to do that here against this high-powered Allen offense.
Yeah, Tyson, I think the key, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but they just have to take that energy and get shots on Chase Perry. Chase Perry's a very good goaltender. We saw that the last time that the Grizzlies played the Americans. They got to come out and they got to test him early, see what he's made of. Maybe they can sneak one past him. If not, you're going to have to get a tip out in front of the net. You're going to have to make something happen. The Allen Americans aren't just going to give you this game. You're going to have to take it from them.
Lucas Brake has won 4 straight starts. The last time he lost was February 4th. And at the end of that game, he fought Chase Perry, the Allen goaltender tonight, over in the Allen zone on the left side. Chase Perry will get the start. He's got all black pads. And he's got a record of 7-3-1 this season with a 2.91 goals against average and 919 save percentage. Keaton Jamison will take the draw against Grant Hebert. The referee tonight is Trevor Wolfer. The linesmen are Colin Kleinendorf and Craig Peterson. Allen wearing the red jerseys with white numbers, white lettering in the back. The Americans win the draw. They skate from left to right as we see it from high atop section 114. In your mind's eye, see it on YouTube as Dalton Golly throws it around. Allen has 2 defensemen named Dalton. As over in the corner, McCallchuck gets hit by Golly as Gagnon will clear it out to center ice. It's gathered by Bryson Martin at center as he'll skate back into his own zone. Now move it ahead to McCallchuck out to Raby in the left wing. It bounced off his stick as it rolls towards the Americans as Allen skating from left to right, feeds a blue line to blue line pass, and it connects to Hebert. He stops the right point, centers it, and it bounces off the stick of Pouncey as it rolls behind the net. And Stephon Fournier in his Allen debut feeds over to the left side. Puck bounced off the stick of Dalton Golly as Chase Perry outlets it to Gagnon. As both teams make their first line change of the game, it's going to be interesting for Fournier to be in an Allen jersey after playing against him for so many years with Wichita. Rink wide pass doesn't connect. Icing is called, even though it looked like McCauley might have won the foot race over there as we get our first whistle. 51 seconds into the contest. And everybody make to your pick as for the Optum first goal of the game. Everybody make your pick. Optum Health is committed to a healthier world. One insight, one connection, one person at a time. Everybody make your pick. We actually have a link that you can go to and officially make your pick, and you can win a prize for the Optum first goal of the game. This draw is going to be at center ice. They inadvertently blew the whistle. I kind of thought that they shouldn't have called icing, but they did. So the faceoff is going to be at center ice. Neither team's taking a shot yet. Colton Hargrove will take the draw against Tyler Penner. Allen wins the faceoff for the second time here to start things as Colton Saucerman in the beard throws it back to Chris Mallory. He's got an A on his sweater, the former Grizzly. He'll throw it to the left wing to Hargrove, and it flies off his stick and out of play as the puck goes towards section 124.
Well, Tyson, it's interesting that you brought up Stephon Fournier, number 44 for Allen. This guy's a big guy, 6'3", 225 pounds. Watch out for him. He's going to be a wrecking ball for Allen.
Third face-off at center ice. This time it's won by the Grizzlies. Dylan Fitz will throw it back to James Shearer. Shearer wearing number 10 moves ahead towards Fitz. Fitz gets pushed along the boards. And Penner's over there in the area as Hargrove falls down. No call on the play as Penner looked like he might have tripped him up. Andrew Nilsson in the corner of his own zone gets over to Penner, who gets back checked. Allen pokes it away. Hank Crone, one of the best scorers in the league, if not the best, throws it towards the near corner. Nilsson gets hit by Hargrove as the Grizzlies get it from one corner to the other. Taryn Pfizer, Wednesday's number 1 star, throws out to Penner. And puck goes back into the Grizzlies zone. Penner loses it. Crone throws it across. Fitz picks it off at the Utah blue line in the high slot. He'll throw it back to Nilsson, who gets over to Fitz in the near side. He'll throw it across to Scher, but the pass is behind him and ricocheted off the boards. Nilsson gets it back to Scher, across to Nilsson. As we're about 2 minutes into the game, as Fitz to the left wing gets cut off by Sossaman, who battles. Allen gets the one-on-one play. Sossaman throws it across to Maverik, the former Penn State product, third-year pro. Puck bounced off the stick. Grizzlies successfully make the line changes. The captain, Connor McDonald, gets to Bartley. Now ahead to Simeone. Back to McDonald, who throws it out to center ice for Pfizer. He loses. Liam Finley will throw it off the far wing boards. And McDonald in the Grizzlies zone will tap it off the boards. It goes out to center ice. Christian Simeone, 2-on-2, steps over the line, and he'll dump it in. Cam Strong, number 28, overskates the puck. Dalton Skelly gets over to Massicott, wearing number 49. Mascott's a big defenseman. As he gets the puck in the far corner, he'll throw it across. Skelly chases after it. Jordan Martell, the Rooster, number 27, gathers it for Utah. He'll get it over to Strong. Strong to the left side, gets it poked by Finley, and it goes out into the Grizzlies zone. Bartley gets it, 2.5 minutes in, still no score. Neither team's taken a shot yet. As the puck goes behind Utah's net, Parikh will glide it towards the near boards, taken by Dalton Skelly. They'll try to move it ahead to Hebert, but Skelly gets held up by the other number 24, Christian Simeone. Connor McDonald will throw it towards the Allen bench. It's gathered by the Rooster, who steps over the line. Simeone gets it back to Martell. Loses the puck in the high slot. It goes out to neutralize. Grizzlies tag up. Martell gets hit. Hebert skates towards the near boards, looking for the puck. Martin moves out to center ice, taken by Young. Now big-time hit as Aiden Brown skates towards the right corner, and he delivers a hit on a Grizzly. Puck in the Grizzly zone over the right side. Utah gets it. Aaron Tho skates along the near wing board, so moving out to McCallchuck, cut off by Gagnon as the whistle blows and the Grizzlies are offside. 16:40 left in the first.
Well, Tyson, it's interesting. We're already over 3 minutes into this game, and neither team has taken a shot. I almost wonder if we're seeing a little bit of this feeling out process that we usually see, except it seems to be a little bit more on the physicality side to see how much can we push you before you get agitated, how much can we push the other guy. We're seeing a little bit of a physical start to this game.
Jameson will take the draw against Colton Hargrove, and I wonder if Allen sent a message. Roger Orn, the off-ice official, noticed that Allen started their checking line. As Grizzlies throw it to the right side, they enter the zone. They get it back to Raby in the high slot. They get a lefty shot. And the puck glided off the stick and goes high off the glass. As Raby with a spin move in the far corner. As the Grizzlies get it back to Raby, feeds it up top, and it's picked off by Colby McCauley, number 29 for Allen. He'll throw it out to center ice. It bounced off the Jameson stick. Hargrove enters the zone from the far side. As McCauley over to Hargrove, he looked to center to Crone. It glided off his stick and goes back to Utah. Raby crosses center ice. He'll ski towards his right, drops off for McCallchuck. He'll take a righty shot. Kick saved by Perry. As Raby throws it to McCallchuck, he's behind the goal line. He'll get it back to Raby on the far side. He'll throw it across to Shearer. As picked off by Allen with great hands. It's Hank Crone. He skates the right side one-on-one, takes a righty shot, and he swings and misses. Goes back to Shearer. He throws it out to center ice. Pfizer gets it 1-on-2. He steps over the line. He gets back checked as Sossaman just picked his pocket. He goes to the right side. Shearer pokes it away from Crone. Now Fitz enters his own left side. He'll take a shot, and it gets blocked. Redirected and bounces off the end boards. Pfizer feeds it to the side of the net and hits the side of the net. Got a piece of Perry. Now left point Shearer with a shot. Saved by Perry. Rebound goes out to Allen as number 17, Chad Butcher, who was active on Wednesday night, loses the puck. It goes high into the air. Pfizer to the right side, kicks it over to Penner. Penner along the end wall, gets it back to Pfizer, right side shot. Saved by Perry. That was a high one-timer delivered by Pfizer. Perry made the save. Great end-to-end action. The Grizzlies had a pretty good look there with Pfizer on the right side.
Yeah, Tyson, great sequence there for the Grizzlies. And it all started with the active stick of James Shearer. He made not one, but two poke checks on Hank Crone. And he was the one who started that outlet pass to get the Grizzlies started in the offensive zone.
Pretty good action here as Cam Strong will take the draw. He's got Martell to his right and Simeone to his left. McDonald and Bartley, the two defensemen. Fans still filing in here on a Friday night. Grizzlies fight cancer weekend. It's also an AFCU Friday as Allen wins the draw. They'll get it out to center ice. As it goes back into the Grizzlies zone, delayed offside. Simeone will bat it down the middle in the Allen zone as the arm is raised. It looked like it was played with a high stick. The 15:04 left in the first. So we're just getting started, so sit back, relax, and crack open a beverage of your choice, maybe some chips and dip, and enjoy a little bit of Friday with us. Looks like pretty good crowds filed in here for an AFCU Friday in the first game of two here in Grizzlies Fight Cancer Weekend.
Yeah, Tyson, the building is buzzing right now, and so are the Grizzlies. They got the first three shots of the game.
Draw taken to the far circle, and it's won by Allen. As Mikael Robidoux skates down the middle, he crosses center ice and dumps it in. As he gets around Connor McDonald, Parikh plays it behind his net. Dalton Skelly collided with Simeone. Now it goes to Cam Strong. 2-on-1. Strong to the left side. Skates towards the circle. Feeds across to Martell. Take a shot. He scores! The Roosters made it a 1-0 game with 14:48 left in the first. That was just like what we saw in the second period on Wednesday. Strong and Martell. This time, it's Martell on the finishing end on a pass from Cam Strong as the Grizzlies had a 2-on-1, and just with the doctor order, the Grizzlies executed that to perfection.
Well, Tyson, these guys play so well together, Strong and Martell, and I think it's because both of them have such great speed. I mean, we saw it in game on Wednesday. They had multiple chances on a 2-on-1. We see it here again today. And, of course, the Rooster, Jordan Martell, puts it in the back of the net.
Martell gets his 7th of the season. Cam Strong will get an assist, which will be his 8th assist of the year. Grizzlies win the draw as they scoop from right to left as Jordan Martell's the opt-in first goal of the game score. As Keaton Jamison gains the line, skates towards the left corner, so he gets hit by Gagnon. As puck behind the net, as taken back up top for Bryson Martin. Martin's left side takes a shot, got redirected and goes wide towards the far corner. Goal scored 5-12 into the first. Grizzlies still in the offensive zone as Jamison to the right side spins around for Martin on the left. Martin skates towards the point, takes a shot and is blocked by Robideau. Foot race in the Grizzlies zone as Robideau over there with Kyle Pouncey. Robideau in the corner. Keeps the puck as he'll glide it behind the net. As Allen with a wraparound, they feed it back to the right side. Wraparound didn't connect. Sosman to the right point, takes a righty shot. And it's blocked in front by Pouncey. Pouncey skates towards the left side as that one hurt a little bit as he's gone limping. Now left side, lefty shot. And it kicks off an Allen stick and goes flying out of play off the protected netting. As the shot was taken by Dalton Galley and hit off Miko Robideau's stick and flew out of play. 13:56 left in the first as Jordan Martell got his 7th goal of the season on a pass from Cam Strong as Grizzlies scored on a 2-on-1. 13:56 left in the first. Utah's up 1-0 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Utah leads 1-0, 13:56 left in the first. I'm Tyson Whiting with Guy Chiarenza. Grizzlies win the draw in their own zone as Andrew Nilsson will feed it ahead. Nilsson leads the Grizzlies with 41 points. Pass goes tape to tape. Pfizer left circle. Shot kick saved by Perry in the butterfly position. Allen comes back the other way, skating from left to right. There's Chris Mallory. Left side gains the line. Mallory avoids a double team as it rolls back to the right side. And they'll take him back by McCauley. They'll feed it to the right corner. Now Crone's open to the right side. They'll take a shot. And it's blocked by Nilsson as he blocked it on one knee. Goes back to Pfizer out to Scherer, left wing. He'll cross center ice. Rink wide pass. Bounced off the stick of Penner. Penner gets it back. He centers it, and it's picked off by Sosman out in front of Allen's net. They'll throw it across to center ice off the boards near Allen's bench as Mallory drops off for Hank Crone. He's got great speed. He crosses center ice. He gets around Penner. Enters the zone from the left point. Stops. Feeds across to Sosman. He tried to get it. It bounced off his stick. Sosman gets it back right point. Spins along the boards. Cut off by Bartley in the far corner. Bartley will tap it off the glass. Goes high into the air and bounces in Allen territory as both teams make a line change. Mallory gets it across to Sosman, who moves ahead to Finley. Finley gains center ice on the right side. Veers off to the left. Gets around Cam Strong. Over to the left point as Jack Combs with a shot. Stick saved by Preek, and the puck flies out of play with 12:46 left in the first.
Well, Tyson, good save there by Parikh, but he hasn't been busy at all in this game. That's the first shot that he's seen, or over 7 minutes into this game. He's very sharp on Wednesday. If the Grizzlies want to win, he has to be sharp here again tonight.
Allen outshot Utah on Wednesday night, 39-26. The Grizzlies have a 5-1 edge here. 12:46 left in the first. Utah leads 1-0 on the Roosters' 7th of the year with Strong getting the assist. Grizzlies win the draw. Simeone gets over to Strong, who's got great speed. Strong enters the zone, gets around Massacott, and he'll fire it off the end wall. Martell, wearing number 27, skates towards the left point. Strong falls down. It goes back to Victor Bartley. Backpedals into the Grizzlies zone. Utah moves out to Simeone, who collides with Chad Butcher and loses the puck. As Liam Finley button hooks at center ice. He'll thread ahead, bounced off McDonald's stick, rolls deeper in the Grizzlies zone. Simeone in the far circle gathers it. He'll spin it along the far wing boards, goes to Cam Strong. 2-on-3 across the center ice, so he chips it in. Martel to the left side, tries to feed it around the net. Strong has it go to the corner. He'll chase after it. He'll get it. Now throw it to Tho. Right point. He'll take a shot on it. Got redirected and goes on to play with 12:03 left in the first. But guy, you have to like the Grizzlies just skating north-south. They're not trying to do too much. They're just trying to play a simple game and utilize their speed.
Yeah, Tyson, I really love the way that the Grizzlies have come out to start this game, and I think I'm getting a little bit of deja vu because this is exactly the way that they played on Wednesday night and ended up walking out of Maverik Center that night with a win. So if they can keep this up, I see no reason why that won't be the same tonight.
We talked about the Grizzlies, the importance of getting off to a fast start. Utah this season is 15-3 when scoring first. Draws in the far circle, and the linesman says, my bad, we'll do it over again. Craig Peterson and Colin Klein endorse for the two linesmen tonight. Even though it looks like not Colin, it looks like our roster sheet's wrong. We're not sure who's the linesman tonight as Grizzlies win the draw right point. And as Aaron Tho skates towards his left, he'll drop it off for Aby. We've been skating 5-on-5 this entire time. As Nilsson on the right side spins along the boards. As Mikalchuk skates over there, Golly, as Mikalchuk delivers a hit on Galley. As the glass shakes a little bit. Left point, Tho couldn't handle it. It goes out to neutral ice. Tho trips up Allen, and it's going to be a penalty. As Brown skates towards the right circle, take a shot. Glove save by Parikh. Aiden Brown, who scored 11 goals this season, had a good look from the right side, and Parikh made a quick glove save. I shouldn't have said we've been skating 5-on-5 this entire time as Aaron Tho goes to the Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell. Allen will be on the power play with 11:37 left in the first. Americans went 3 for 5 on the man advantage on Wednesday, and they are 23.5% this season. Grizzlies penalty kill is 78.7%. Utah leads 1-0. They've outshot the Americans 5-2. As the draw kind of stays at Jameson's ankles, and it's gathered by Utah. Victor Bartley hangs out in his own zone. Now he'll slice it all the way down deep in the Allen end as Chase Perry plays it behind his net. And he'll give it to Chris Mallory as the Americans skate from left to right here in the first period in their red jerseys with a little bit of white mixed in. Mallory now goes to Finley on the right side. Finley skates towards the zone, gains it. Now he'll stop along the near boards, goes back across to Mallory on the left side. Now to Hargrove in the right circle. Hargrove feeds over to Finley. He'll drop it across. It bounced off the boards to Crone. He's on the far side. He gets pushed in the point. It's gathered by McDonald, who kicks it towards the high slot. Allen keeps it in. Finley to the right side. Drops it off for Hargrove. Now Mallory, high slot, lefty shot. Glove saved by Parikh. And Lucas holds on with 1:13 left in the Aaron Tho interference minor. Time of that penalty, 8:23 into the contest.
Tyson, good start here for the Grizzlies penalty killing unit. We said that in the opening that we wanted them to be a little bit better here in this game and onward. As they had a bit of a tough night on Wednesday, it seems like they're up to the task here so far tonight.
Americans made a line change, and so did the Grizzlies. One of the things Allen does such a good job of, their forwards are so smart. They end up moving the puck and finding the open guy just about every time, and that's why their power play is so good. Utah wins the draw. James Shearer will clear it out, as Perry behind his net will give it to Colton Sossaman, who used to play for the Idaho Steelheads. Sossaman, a good scoring defenseman, will drop it off for Butcher across the center ice. Butcher across to McCauley, also a former Steelhead. He gets poked away by Bryson Martin. Martin battles with McCauley over in the far corner as Pfizer gets hit. As Sossaman takes the puck in the left point. He'll get it across to McCauley, right side. He'll center it to Hebert. Kicks off his skate. Rolls towards Pfizer, clears it out. Less than 40 seconds left in the Aaron Tho penalty. First power play on either side here so far tonight. 10-10 and counting left in the first. Utah leads 1-0. It's Americans cross center ice to get it to Butcher. Down the middle, feed it to the right side for Fournier, wearing number 44. Around the boards for Hebert. Hebert back to the left side as Allen gets pushed along the boards and clearing it out still in fits. Good job by Victor Bartley playing physical on Allen's Chad Butcher to force Butcher to lose the puck or make that Grant Hebert. 10 seconds left in the power play as Allen makes a line change as he get over to Aiden Brown, who didn't play on Wednesday. He's got 11 goals this season. Right side takes a shot saved by Bartley and hits the side of the net on a rebound. As Tho enters the play, Allen spins along the boards. Gagnon feeds to the corner for Robidoux. Gets hit by McDonald. McDonald holds him along the end wall. As Justin Young skates towards the right side. He's got no goals and 4 assists this season. Left wing shot saved by Parikh. And Lucas holds on with 9:20 left in the first. Good penalty kill by the Grizzlies, and it's a successful Utah disaster cleanup penalty kill. UDK is the #1 provider of disaster cleanup services in Utah since 1974. We've been there for customers when they need us the most. That's Utah Disaster Cleanup. Draws giving the left circle, and Guy, you have to like the start from the Grizzlies.
Yeah, Tyson, I really do. The Grizzlies avoided a disaster on the penalty kill there. I mean, Allen's got one of the best power plays in the league right now.
Grizzlies win the draws. Nilsson throws to Simeone on the near side as McCauley kicks it, and it rolls into the Utah corner on the near side. Simeone takes it away from McCauley as the Grizzlies skate towards the far side. Oh, Pouncey got blasted along the far wing boards by Hargrove. As Grizzlies gain the offensive line left side, but the linesman says they're offside. So we'll have a neutral zone draw, 9:02 left in the first. Fans still filing in here, and as the first period has progressed, we've got ourselves a pretty good Friday night crowd here at Maverik Center. Cam Strong will take the draw. He's already got an assist tonight. He had a goal on Wednesday. As Utah wins the faceoff, Nilsson throws to Pouncey back towards Nilsson. He gets it cleanly on the left side. He stops the point. He'll take a lefty shot, saved by Perry in the butterfly position. Simeone over towards Martel, back up top for Nilsson. One-timer, and Perry makes the save, but that was a blast from Andrew Nilsson, who leads the club with 41 points this season.
Yeah, Tyson, Andrew Nilsson, he's a big body man. He knows how to throw his body around, but he's also got a lethal shot. We see him use it a lot on the power play, but I love him using it there. You never know when a shot can find its way into the back of the net, especially when he's got such of a bullet like that one.
Puck just kind of flies like a blur, and if he has the accuracy on that shot, it ends up scoring just about every time. There's not much goaltenders can do about it. As Grizzlies win the draw, McCallchuck will fire it off an Allen stick, and it goes into section 111 as Utah still leads 1-0. Grizz have outshot the Americans 7-3 here so far. There's a fan in the front row. Brought his date to the game. It looks like she's got a souvenir puck. I wish that would happen when I brought a date to the game. I never did get a puck to give to my girlfriend. Off the draw, left wing shot saved by Perry. Allen clears it out to center. Shearer back in his own end, throws it ahead to Raby. Raby drops it off as Grizzlies cross center. As Martel dumps it in, Perry behind his net will feed it towards the right side. Now rolls to Tho, swings and misses on the one-timer. It goes back to Allen, potential 3-on-2. Americans get into the zone left side as Finley over to Mascot, skates down the middle. I tried to feather a pass out to Butcher. The pass didn't connect as Butcher is on the left side. Grizzlies fire to McCallchuck. He's on the right side. McCallchuck stops along the boards, waits for everybody else to enter the zone. He'll get to Raby, skates towards the right circle alone and take a shot. Saved by Perry. Rebound goes to Mascot, who will fire it off the far wing boards. The puck rolls towards the Grizzlies zone. Bartley gets it. Victor skates towards the near side. Now lift the pass out to McCallchuck. It tapped off his stick and rolls deep in the Allen zone. Sossman, with less than 8 minutes left in the first period, has the puck. He'll throw it to the far side as Utah leads 1-0. Hargrove throws to the center ice, looking for Crone. He gains the line, skates down the middle. Now veers off to the right. Siren pass to Hargrove. He swings and didn't get much on it. The puck glided towards the stick of Taryn Pfizer. Will fire it around the boards. Dylan Fitz got cut off by Hargrove. Hargrove skates towards the right corner. Hargrove gets it from McCauley, looking for a wraparound shot. Saved by Parikh. Now the puck to the left point. Malaria with a shot that goes wide. Fitz skates towards the near boards. Will bounce it off of Sossman. Rolls to the corner, or bounces more in the corner as Crone skates along the near goal line. Looking for a shot. It gets cut off. Now left wing. Crone shot saved by Parikh. Puck rolls along the boards as Fitz near Sossman. Will lift it over Sossman's head. It bounces into the American zone where it's gathered by Malaria, who will throw a backhand pass to McCauley, who couldn't handle it. Penner steps over the line to the left point. They'll drop it off around looking for Fitz. Pass goes behind him, and it rolls along the boards. Now the Grizzlies on the left side bounce off of Pfizer's stick and rolls towards Hank Crone. Crone feeds it to the center ice logo for Malaria, who gains the line and stops on the right side. So spin it along the boards. Hebert behind the net. Oh, he feeds it out in front, and it's gathered by Lucas Parikh as Grant Hebert trying to find Mikael Robidoux, but the pass went too close to Parikh, who just gobbled it with 6:40 left in the first.
So one thing that the Grizzlies are doing really well right now is they're limiting the shooting lanes for the Allen Americans. They're doing a great job of keeping the puck around the perimeter, and they're not letting anything get into the center, which where Allen makes all their money getting their goals. So if you're the Grizzlies, you're doing a great job just keeping the Americans from getting quality scoring chances.
Face off in the near circle. And it's won by Allen. Hebert went down. He hits Kolatarch. He kind of slashed him. No call. As the puck goes to Robidoux, dumps it in. As deep in the Grizzlies zone, Bryson Martin avoids a check of Hebert, but didn't avoid the check of Robidoux. Allen spins along the boards. It's to the right point for Ryan Gagnon. He'll fire it off the end wall as Robidoux behind the net avoids Pouncey. Robidoux gets it back towards number 44, Stephon Fournier. To the left side, Fournier gets pushed by Kolatarsi and loses the puck as Bryson Martin moves it ahead. Now it's taken by Pouncey. He'll back it in deeper in his own zone. He'll get it to Martin, back to Pouncey. Allen makes a line change as Pouncey skates down the middle. Now he crosses the center ice logo, and he'll chip it into the left corner as Martel to the near side gets hit by Robidoux. And Dalton Skelly is over there as well. As goes back over to Dalton Galley. Now left side, Jack Combs. He gains the line left point. Fires it towards the circle for Butcher. Butcher being surrounded by James Shearer loses the puck. Grizzlies move it ahead. Shearer delivered a big hit on Chad Butcher. Baby gains center ice. Right wing pass to McCallchuck. He'll flip it across. And puck going to flip high into the air. Bounced in the far circle. Allen gets it as they move it ahead. Butcher drops it off to the left side for Jack Combs. Combs around the net, wraparound shot. He gets cut off by James Shearer. What a play by James. As it goes back to McCallchuck on the far side. As Shearer cut off and could have been 1-1. As left side, shot by Dalton Skelly, saved by Parikh. Rebound goes out to Utah. McCallchuck feeds to the left side for Raby. Raby skates towards the left circle. Toe drag, shot, and it goes wide. Didn't get much on it as he was cut off by Massacott. As Hargrove throws to the far side. And the puck bounces in the far circle, taken by Massacott. Will skate around Allen's net. 5 minutes and counting left in the first. Utah leads 1-0. The Grizz have outshot the Americans 9-5. Dalton Skelly to the right side. Across the center ice. Left wing, and he'll spin it along the boards. Victor Bartley cuts it off in the right corner. Now goes to Allen. Centering pass, shot, saved by Parikh. As Hank Crone was behind the goal line, fed it out in front to Colton Hargrove, who took a shot. And Parikh made the save. But what a play by James Shearer as Allen was looking for the wraparound. I think it was Combs. And he got cut off by Shearer. I don't think if Shearer cuts it off that puck doesn't end up in the back of the net.
Yes, that's some really great play there by James Shearer. He's having a heck of a game so far.
When we come back in 30 seconds, we'll have more hockey as Utah leads 1-0 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network. 4 minutes, 42 seconds left in the first period. Utah leads Allen 1-0 as Cam Strong scored. Cam Strong delivered a pass to Jordan Martel. Martel scored 5-12 into the contest. Utah's outshot Allen 9-7. Draws in the Grizzlies zone to the near side. It's won by Tyler Penner as he went against Colton Hargrove. As Bartley moves it ahead to Penner, back to Pfizer, and he'll lift it high into the air. It goes to the Allen blue line as Sossaman couldn't gather it, but it rolls towards Mallory. We'll move it ahead to Hargrove, who feeds it across it, neutralized for McCauley. Across the center ice with speed. Now dropping off for Crone as Allen's in the offensive zone. Crone, right circle, shot, and it goes wide as he had to lift it over Victor Bartley. As Fitz gets it from Pfizer. Fitz throws it towards Bartley, and it's cut off by Mallory. We'll move it ahead. Allen 2-on-1 as McCauley skates towards the right circle. Now it's a 2-on-2. Drops off for Crone. He'll skate over as everybody's now in the Grizzlies zone. Left side, Sossaman one-timer, and it goes wide as he didn't get all of it. As Penner throws it towards Fitz near the Allen bench, and Allen picks it off. Grant Hebert skates down Broadway, surrounded by four Grizzlies, and Utah inevitably takes it away. Pfizer throws it off the near wing boards. Allen backs it out into their own end. It's a skate from left to right as we see it. As Grizzlies skate from our right to our left. As Brown gains the line, throws it towards Young. It gets poked away by Martin. As Martin back in the near corner. He gets blasted by Brown as Grizzlies move it ahead. Pouncey throws the left wing pass that Martel couldn't connect on. And Pouncey delivered the pass from Grizzlies territory. So icing is on Utah with 3:31 left in the first.
Tyson, I think at this point in time, I really love the way the Grizzlies have come out to play this game. Not only did they get the first goal, which I really wanted them to do, but they've also played a really tight defensive game. Allen only has 7 shots, and none of those are really high quality. So a really tight defensive scheme from the Grizzlies. I love what they've done so far.
Tyler Penner will take the draw against Grant Hebert. Second of a 3-game series. Don't forget this series concludes on Saturday night at 7 o'clock. Allen wins the draw. Brown skates towards the high slot. Takes a righty shot and it goes wide. And actually, it didn't go wide. It went over the crossbar off the glass. As the puck goes back towards Abear, skates towards the right side, drops it off for Young. One-timer, saved by Parikh. Pretty good look there by Justin Young, who's still looking for his first goal of the season. And Parikh made the save with 3:16 left in the first. That's really the thing that makes Allen so tough is they've got such good forward depth that it's not just their top four guys. It seems like all three forward lines are certainly capable, and that's a big addition, getting Stephon Fournier, who's been an established solid player in this league for many years. Draws on the right side, and it's won by Allen. As Grant Abear has the puck glide off his stick, and it goes to center ice. As now the puck goes to the right side, as Abear is able to retrieve it. So Aiden Brown dumps it in. It bounced off the end wall of the Grizzlies zone. Nilsson to the far side for Martell. Martell's got a goal tonight. He has 7 this season. All of them with Utah. He started the year with Fort Wayne. Shear in the left wing, throws it to the right corner. As, oh boy, that's a dangerous hit. Luckily, Cam Strong got back to his feet. Luckily, he didn't get all of that. Could have been lower body. As Butcher to the left side gets held up by Pouncey. Now Simeone gets it and he'll fire it towards his corner. Allen spins along the walls there in the offensive zone as Dalton Skelly to the right side gets over to Finley. It goes past him. Jack Combs skates behind the net. Combs surveys, gets to Finley. He'll take a shot. Kick save by Parikh. Grizzlies gather it. Martell clears it out. Grizz make a line change as Massacott gathers it. He'll feed it out to center ice past Finley as it went between his legs. And Parikh behind his net, the former third-round pick of the Kings, will fire it off the near boards. Taken by Finley to the right side. He'll skate in. Backhand shot. Saved by Parikh. And Lucas dives in front of the crease to cover up with 2:12 left in the first.
Looks like some really sharp awareness there by Lucas Parikh to jump on that puck. And Liam Finley, he's a very quick and shifty player. He likes to sashay his way by and kind of do a little shoulder fake. He wasn't faking out Lucas, though. He was ready for it.
Yeah, Finley just kind of does that shoulder fake to his left, fake to his right, and then was able to get a good look as he got around Victor Bartley. Draws in the right circle. Keaton Jamison will take it against Colton Hargrove. Hargrove goes 6'2", 205 pounds. Guess what? Jamison goes 6'2", 205 pounds. Well, it looks like Hargrove's a little bit bigger than Jamison. Grizzlies win the draws. McDonald throws to the far side. Grizzlies skate from right to left. As McCallchuck crosses center ice, and he'll dump it in. McCallchuck will drive towards the net. As Perry fanned on, he quickly gets back to his net. His puck just glided softly towards the near boards. Now rolls around to the right side as Grizzlies to the far side. Allen Colton Hargrove lifts it, and it goes into the bench area near the new goaltender. Brent Moran was signed earlier today, and he's backing up Lucas Parikh. Moran gets the puck, and he'll give it to Jackson Hibbard, the assistant equipment manager. And Jackson will toss it about 2 rows behind the Grizzlies bench as a young one comes away with a souvenir. Draws give me in the right circle. Jamison will take it with Raby to his right, McCallchuck to his left. Up top is McDonald and Bartley. Taking the faceoffs, Hargrove for Allen. Hargrove wins it as the puck rolls towards the far corner. Mallory gets it taken away. McCallchuck skates around the net. They'll fire it off the near boards. Bartley in the left point takes a shot. And it glanced off Mallory's stick and rolls towards the far corner. Jamison feeds it ahead, and it's picked off by Hank Crone, who will bounce it off for Raby. It goes to the center ice logo. Raby gathers it. He'll throw it back to Bartley in the Grizzlies' end. He'll feed it across the Grizzlies captain, who's a +7 over his last 6 games. He'll move it ahead to Raby, who skates towards the right circle. Literally gets kicked by Mallory. Those guys battled in the Big Ten for years. Now right side, Pfizer shot. Saved by Perry. As Mallory played with Penn State, Raby was with Michigan. As Mallory will skate around the Allen net. In fact, Raby scored a goal against Penn State, and former Grizzly goaltender Peyton Jones back in Raby's college days. About 1 minute left in the first period. Mallory and Sossman talking things over. Fans want Mallory to start action. He'll feed it to the near side for Sossman. Now at the center ice for Robidoux. Robidoux skates down the middle, take a shot, and he goes over the crossbar and off the glass. Now Robidoux gets it back left side, center pass, shot to score. As Robidoux is to the left side, as Parikh was off balance, Robidoux centered it out in front to Abear, puts it away. As Americans have tied it up with 49 seconds left in the first. Robidoux is going to get an assist, and Grant Abear gets his 6th goal of the year. Robidoux fired a shot that went wide, and then there was a battle behind Parikh's net. Ended up to the left side, and Robidoux centered it before Parikh even could react.
Yeah, Tyson, I mean, that initial shot goes wide and into the corner. I think the Grizzlies defense, everyone ends up in the corner, and then it leaves 2 Americans out in front of the net. It's a bad recipe there.
So we're tied at 1. Less than 1 minute left in the first period. As Connor McDonald back in his own zone after the Grizzlies won the faceoff at center ice. as they move it ahead, and it got tipped at neutral ice, so no icing. As Gagnon battles with Fitz behind Allen's net. Now Gagnon will skate towards the near side as he's cut off by Pfizer. Pfizer towards the near boards. Penner in the area, but Finley comes out with the puck. Finley will skate around in front of his net. Now throw it back to Dalton Galley. Now to Gagnon, 20 seconds left in the period. He'll move it ahead. Allen will ricochet off into the Grizzlies zone as it bounced off the Combs stick. Preek will glide it along the near boards, cut off by Finley. Second pass out in front goes to Preek, and he'll bounce off his stick and flies towards the far side. 5 seconds left in the period. Butcher skates towards the right corner. He's being shadowed by Utah's Pfizer. Now they feed it back to the corner, and that will do it for 20 minutes here at Maverik Center. As Cam Strong on a 2-on-1 delivered a pass to Jordan Martell. Martell got a 7th of the year, and Cam Strong picked up his 8th assist of the season, and that gave the Grizzlies a 1-0 lead, 5-12 into the contest. Allen tied it up as Mikhail Robidoux was to the left side, centered it to Grant Hebert. Hebert picked up his 6th goal of the season. Robidoux got his 4th assist. Number 44, Stephon Fournier, also picked up an assist, which is his first point in an Allen uniform. When we come back, Guy Chiarenza will have the first intermission coverage, and so quarterback things, and let us know what happened in the first 20 minutes of play. We'll also talk with Kiki Crum later on in the first intermission as we're tied at 1. Heading into the Rio Tinto Kennecott intermission report in 2 minutes on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can, and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
Welcome back to the Maverik Center. I'm Guy Chiarenza alongside Tyson Whiting. And after one period, it's 1-1 all. And it's been a fun 20 minutes so far here at the Maverik Center. Grizzlies and the Americans, we knew it was going to be a spirited affair. So let's see how the first period shook out. It started 5 minutes and 12 seconds into the first period. Jordan Martell, the Rooster, gets his 7th of the year, assisted by Cam Strong and Christian Simeone. And that was just one of those ones where the Grizzlies caught the Americans sleeping, and it was a 2-on-1 Strong over to Martell, and the Grizzlies put it in the back of the net, and they had a 1-0 lead. But really, really late into the period, it was Grant Hebert, 19-10 into the first period, just 50 seconds to go. He gets his 6th of the year. That's assisted by new American Stephon Fournier. That's assisted by Mikhail Robidoux, and that's Fournier's first point in an Allen Americans uniform. We knew it was going to be a spirited affair. We thought we were going to see maybe a lot of penalties. We certainly saw a lot of hitting, but only one penalty occurred in the first period, and it was an interference minor to Aaron Thoe, 8:23 in. And the Grizzlies did a good job of killing that penalty. As for shots, the Grizzlies were actually leading the shot count for the majority of the period, but late on, Allen had a surge. And so after one period, it sits 14 shots for Allen, 10 for the Grizzlies. Taryn Pfizer has 3 shots in the game. Andrew Nielsen and Dakota Raby each have 2. As far as scoring chances go, it's 6-5 in favor of Allen, but the Grizzlies have dominated in the faceoff circle, something that we saw them do on Wednesday night. They're leading 17-6 in the game. And so in terms of hits, it's 4 apiece, and giveaways are 5 for Allen, 4 for Utah. But Tyson, that domination in the faceoff circle, we saw them retain a lot of possession on Wednesday, and so far, the Grizzlies dominating here tonight in the faceoff circle.
Well, it's big to establish things when you're winning faceoffs. And the Grizzlies did have the shot count lead for quite a while, and then Allen really responded late in the first period. The Americans now lead the shot count 14-10, with many of those in the last 5 minutes of the first period. It's good to see the Rooster, and that was I can't remember if it was Martell and Strong on Wednesday night. I know Strong scored the goal, and I think Martell was the one that threw him that pass that led to Utah's 3rd goal that night. And it was a carbon copy in the first period. The Grizzlies had a 2-on-1, and they execute to perfection as Strong had the puck, fired it across to Martell, and Martell put it away essentially on an open net as puck just ended up from one side to the other, and Perry couldn't recover over to the right side in time. And that was the Optim first goal of the game. So Jordan Martell ends up winning that. Optim is putting you at the center of everything we do. Optim is committed to making healthcare work better, leading the way to better experiences, better health, and lower costs for you. So it's big for the Grizzlies to score first. They are 15-3 when scoring first this season. But on the Allen goal, it was just kind of a strange play where Robidell fired a shot that went high off the over the crossbar, off the glass. And then Fournier, I think it was Fournier over to the right side, kicked the puck back to the left circle for Robidell. And then Hebert just was out in front of the net. Robidell just found Hebert out in front. And there was no Grizzly there. And Creek was over looking at Robidell, expecting him maybe to take the shot. And once the Packs went over to Fournier, or went over towards Hebert in front of the net, there was no chance. It was just an open net. And Hebert was able to put it away. Just like that, it was a 1-1 game.
Yeah, Tyson, I think it's unfortunate here for the Grizzlies because I thought for the majority of the period, up until probably the last 50 seconds where Robidell scores, they played a really strong first period. I thought that it was very eerily similar to what we saw on Wednesday, especially with the way that Martell got that goal. We saw the same thing on Wednesday where Martell fed it over to Strong and he scored on a 2-on-1. So very similar, but the Grizzlies came out. They played with a lot of energy to start the game. They got, I think, the first 5 shots of the game before Allen even got there first. The Grizzlies came out, used that energy, and got the first goal of the game, something that we said that needed to be done. The Grizzlies are 15-3 when they scored the first goal, and then leading after one. The Grizzlies have a really good record as well. And as the Allen Americans blog writes, they're almost unbeatable after when they're leading after one. So I think it's critical that for Allen that they ended up getting that last goal and tying this thing after one, because that makes their chances so much better against a Grizzlies team that's really dominant when they're leading after the first few periods.
And yes, it's only game 51 of 72 for both clubs, but this is huge in the standings. Late third period, Florida leads Kansas City 4-1. So that means Kansas City, unless they get some sort of miracle third period comeback, kind of like what the Grizzlies had on Monday against Orlando, this game has third place on the line. It looks like Kansas City is going to come away with 0 standings points. They have 50 on the season. Utah and Allen each have 49. So it looks like the winner tonight will take over third place in the Mountain Division standings. And Guy, that's what makes this game huge. It's what makes tomorrow night huge. Grizzlies Fight Cancer Weekend presented by Mountain Land Supply Company. And think about next week. The Grizzlies are going to be on the road for a 2-game set on Friday and Sunday against the Wichita Thunder. It'll be the first time Utah's faced Wichita this season. And those are going to be big games as Wichita's in second place in the Mountain Division. So you can't underestimate the importance of the next 40 minutes for either team because the winner takes over third place in the division.
Yeah, Tyson, I mean, these points going down the stretch, we're here towards the end of February, and all these games are critical. These points are critical. And for the Grizzlies, it's just about controlling your own destiny. If you win these games, majority of them, you're going to be in the playoffs, as most of these games towards the end of the stretch are against Mountain Division opponents. So you win these games here against Allen, you win games against Wichita. We're going to see the Steelheads later on and the Mavericks. If you win the majority of those games in those series, you're going to be in a perfect playoff spot come end of April. But you don't want to be on the outside looking in towards the end of March. You want to be able to win these games now and say comfortably that, yeah, we won, we're in a playoff spot. You don't want to be rooting for other teams to lose so that you can get in.
Yeah, it's certainly big in the standings. And obviously, head-to-head, you can control your own destiny because not only are you getting standings points, but your opposition's not when you win those type of games. That's what made Wednesday such a critical game where the Grizzlies ended up with the 2 standings points and ended up tied with Allen for 4th place. And so, third place will be on the line, barring a miracle comeback by Kansas City, as there's now 2.5 minutes left in the third period. Florida leads Kansas City 4-1. Well, the Grizzlies really had the momentum the first, I'd say, 15 minutes of play. The shot count kind of shows that Allen really was gaining a little bit of momentum. I think it was big for the first period to end when it did because it looked like Allen was poised to maybe get that second goal.
Yeah, Tyson, I agree. I think Allen was really starting to push the narrative towards the end of the first period. But I think at this point in time, I have to highlight the game that James Chiarenza has played so far. He's playing fantastic. I mean, earlier on in the period, he was giving Hank Crone fits. Every time Crone got the puck, James Chiarenza was there to just poke it away. And so he's giving Crone fits. And then as Jack Combs had a chance on a wraparound, James Chiarenza, with a miraculous play, was able to once again get his stick in the right place at the right time and shut that down. And I mean, these are guys that are some of the leading scorers in the league. These are really prolific scorers, and James Chiarenza has come out and really shut them down really well. So great game here by James. And really the whole Grizzlies defensive unit has played a strong first period, just kind of led up towards the end of that first period. So I'd like to see the Grizzlies play a full 60 minutes here and finish this thing out strongly.
I think that was a critical play. That might have been the best play that anybody made in the first period because based on where Parikh was in his, in the crease, if Chiarenza's not there, I think that wraparound ends up scoring. Combs quickly on the wraparound. I'm not sure Parikh was anticipating it. So if Chiarenza wasn't there, I think Combs ends up scoring there to tie the game earlier in the first period than they did.
Well, Tyson, I mean, no doubt about it. I mean, the net was pretty much wide open. Just Parikh wasn't able to get across in time. So James Chiarenza really saved a goal there.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens in the second period. And think about the Grizzlies having that great record when leading after 2. I think the next 20 minutes might end up deciding who wins this game.
Tyson, I agree. When we come back on the Rio Tinto Kennecott Intermission Report, we'll talk with Kiki Crum. We'll give you some more scores around the league. We'll be back in 1 minute on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting here with Kiki Crum, first intermission. As we're tied at 1, Allen has outshot Utah 14-10. Kiki, a very entertaining first period, and it seems like every time the Grizzlies face the Americans, it's that type of game that turns into must-see TV.
Yeah, this does not look like the team that played Allen last series at all. I feel like our rhythm is completely different. I'm hoping that last goal that Allen scored isn't going to throw off the momentum in the second period, so we'll see.
Yeah, it's probably good that the period ended when it did because it looked like the Grizzlies had the shot count for a while, and then Allen had quite a few shots there in the last few minutes of the first period.
Yeah, I love watching the Grizzlies in the second period. I'm hoping Pfizer continues to have a great series. Parikh did outstanding in the first period. Jordan Martell, the Rooster, excited to watch him play here as well.
And well, it was a great 2-on-1. And, on Wednesday it was very similar how Cam Strong scored on a 2-on-1 like that. This time it was Strong delivering the pass to Martell that led to the goal. Martell getting his 7th of the season.
Yeah, I think that line is a great line. Also, Parikh getting that assist, too. Yeah. He would.
It's Grizzlies Fight Cancer Weekend. I lost my mom a couple months ago. You lost your mom. And over on the boards, over on the left side as we see it here from Section 114, I know I saw my mom's name up there, and I think I saw yours as well. It's certainly an emotional weekend because of just kind of brings back some of those memories.
Yeah, it does. my mom was diagnosed last February, and she fought for 8 months. So to have her name and her to keep her memory alive, it really means a lot to her and our family.
I think I saw her name on the Grizzlies Fight Cancer jersey. I know my mom's name's on there, and my brother went to the team store on Wednesday and picked up a jersey, and I hope he dropped my name to at least see if we can try to get a discount on the jersey. And I know maybe either today or tomorrow, maybe you'll roll over to the team store as well, or at least maybe, see if we can find a way to get one of those Grizzlies jerseys.
Yes, I will get my hand on one of those special jerseys for sure.
So it's an emotional weekend. It looks like a great crowd's filed in here to Maverik Center tonight, and hopefully a big crowd again tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure.
Attendance is up like probably about 10% this season, and think about some of the things here at Maverik Center, the video board, some of the stuff, the extra ribbon layers. That wall over there now is a little bit dressed up more than it was in years past. Seems like a really fun place to watch a hockey game this year.
Yeah, I remember watching hockey games when I was really young, like 10, 15 years ago, and it's exciting to always be back and see the video board, see all the new and improved things that Maverik Center has.
10, 15 years ago. I had gray hair 10, 15 years ago.
I'm not that old.
Well, I'm not either, but I do feel old a little bit.
It's so weird to say 15 years ago and be able to remember.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I remember like 1992. When I remember it very vividly, I'm thinking, that was 30 years ago. Why do I still remember it? I guess it's part of getting old.
Yeah, I guess so. We all have to get old.
Yeah, it happens to all of us, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, Kiki, we'll talk to you during the second intermission.
Thank you, Tyson.
Kiki's got the game story that you can see at UtahGrizzlies.com that will be posted after the conclusion of this game. We're tied at 1. The story of this game is still unfolding here, and we'll tell you how the next 40 unfolds as we'll return with Guy Chiarenza here for first intermission coverage. We'll have second period action here in 3.5 minutes on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Welcome back to Maverik Center. Got a great atmosphere for hockey. We got a really good crowd. Remember, attendance is up this season. Got the big video board at center ice. And don't forget, tomorrow night, make your plans to come on down to Maverik Center. 6:50 pregame show, 7:10 face-off here on the Grizzlies Hockey Networks. Hey, but tickets are affordable. Obviously, it's Grizzlies Fight Cancer Weekend presented by Mountain Land Supply Company. It's great hockey between two good teams, Grizzlies and the Americans. And remember, things get awfully chippy because the Grizzlies and Allen Americans are 1-2 in penalty minutes this season. And it should be a great atmosphere. Make sure to get your tickets to UtahGrizzlies.com because you want to be here on Saturday night, the last game of the series. You never know what's going to happen physically. You never know what's going to happen when these teams meet. It's a heated rivalry between two good teams. And when we come back in 30 seconds, we'll have second period action. As we're tied at 1, Jordan Martell scored for the Grizzlies. Grant Hebert scored for Allen. We'll tell you how the second period transpires here in 30 seconds on the Grizzlies Hockey Network. You heard Chris Hagan make some noise wherever you are as we're about set to start the second period. We're tied at 1. Guy, what do the Grizzlies need to do to have a successful second period here tonight?
Well, Tyson, the Grizzlies played really well to start that first period. They had a lot of energy, and they were controlling the terms of the game in the Allen zone. So I think they need to just come out and do exactly that in the second period. Yeah, you let the game get away from you a little bit towards the end of the first. Get it right back here. Take that energy and convert it in the first few shifts.
I think both teams know the power of the other team's power play. That's why it looks like, despite the fact that we've got number 1 and number 2 in penalty minutes in the league, we only saw 1 penalty in that first period.
Yeah, Tyson, I think both coaches, Chad Costello and Ryan Kanasowicz, had a message to their players and said, you know what, we're fine if you play a physical game, but don't go to the Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell. Do not take any penalties.
You don't want to disregard that letter or anything that. As the draw is going to be at center ice, the Grizzlies will be skating from left to right as we see it from high top section 114. In your mind's eye, see it on YouTube. Allen wins the draw. They're skating from our right to our left as Ryan Gagnon near the Grizzlies bench feeds it across to Dalton Galley. He'll move it ahead as a pass for Stephon Fournier doesn't connect, but he got a piece of it as Preet behind his net. Throws it towards the far side as Allen in the offensive zone. Hebert throws to the right circle. Fournier couldn't handle it as it rolls towards McCallchuck. Vladdy gets it across towards Raby, and the pass was ahead of him. Jamison over to the left corner to Raby behind the net. He lets it go. Back to the right side as Pouncey skates over there. Robidoux gets hit by Martin. Now another Allen American skates over there. That's Dalton Galley as he holds up McCallchuck. Raby skates towards his left. He'll fire it off the end boards. As the Grizzlies, Bryce Martin gets spun around by Fournier. Allen bouncing off Hebert's stick and rolls back to Raby. Hebert takes it away from him as Jamison trips up Grant Hebert, and a call is going to be made. A delayed penalty as Robidoux has the puck near the Grizzlies bench. He'll fire it off, but Chase Perry's got the puck at neutral ice. Perry dumps it in. Now Robidoux pushes McCallchuck near the bench area. Now Fournier pushes McCallchuck. What a crazy play as Chase Perry was skating to the bench on a delayed penalty, and then he got the puck in Grizzlies territory, played it, and dumped it in.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that one before, Tyson.
I'm not even sure it's allowed.
I didn't have that one on the bingo card, but as for Vladislav Mikhalchuk, him and Dalton Galley have been going after it all game long, and I think eventually at some point it's going to boil over. We're starting to see that here. Watch for that to be a factor later on in the game.
So Jamison gets 2 minutes for tripping. He tripped at Grant Hebert. That was a good call. Yeah, that was a good call by Jamison. He lost his stick in the process. I think they're talking about the referee and 2 linesmen are at the center ice logo. I think they're talking about Chase Perry playing the puck in the Grizzlies. You know, it was at neutral ice. He played the puck near his bench, which is more towards the Grizzlies net than it is Allen's.
Yeah, I wonder if this could be too many men, Tyson, because if that extra skater that was coming on for Perry was on at the same time that he played that puck, that would definitely be too many men.
It does look like an Allen player is going to the penalty box. Colton Sauceman is skating towards the penalty box. There's now 6 on the ice for Allen. I think one of them might end up going to the box, or maybe 2 of them. Looks like now Stephon Fournier is going to skate towards the penalty box, and he's going to serve a penalty. So Allen's going to get a penalty on a most unusual play, just a routine delayed penalty, and obviously you see the goaltender of the team that's going to be on the power play always skate to the bench. You don't normally see a goaltender play the puck and start moving it ahead from neutral ice that way. So we're going to skate 4-on-4 as Stephon Fournier, I believe, is representing Chase Perry in the Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell. Jamison's in there 2 minutes for tripping. So we'll skate 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. Colton Sauceman gets the puck 1 minute into the second period as Sauceman will move it ahead. As he'll get it over to Hebert. As now Allen to the left side. Colton Hargrove skates towards the circle. Spin around to Corona, take a shot, and he scores. Great spin move by Colton Hargrove. He fed it from one circle to the other, and Hank Crone from the right circle blast one past Lucas Preek. As Crone gets his league-leading 29th of the season. It's a 4-on-4 goal by Allen, who have scored 2 unanswered, and they now lead 2-1. What a pass by Hargrove.
Yeah, Tyson, what a play there by Colton Hargrove. Just blows by Nielsen on the near side, then just makes a spin move right in front of Parikh to a wide open Hank Crone. Just a bang-bang play. Great play for Allen.
So we'll continue to skate 4-on-4. Chase Perry did get the penalty playing of the puck 57 seconds into the second period. So Allen makes a 2-1 game, and it's the usual suspects. Hargrove with the assist, and Hank Crone, 29th goal this season. As the Grizzlies back in their own zone, have the puck. It's time of Allen's goal, 1:13 into the second. Grizzlies patient with their approach. They're still in their own zone. They're thrown out to center ice. It's picked up by Finley. Finley to the right side. almost collided with his teammate Sossaman. Sossaman takes over the puck as he'll skate back into his own zone as Allen wants to enter Grizzlies territory with momentum. Liam Finley to the left side as the Americans feel like they have momentum right now, 2-1. As Finley to the left side gets back checked by Raby. Finley stops in the corner, throws it up top to Sossaman. He's dancing around the near wing boards, gets pushed into the corner by Penner. Sossaman feeds it along the wall. Finley chases after it as McDonald gets there first and taps it out to center ice. The puck glides along the far wing boards. Grizzlies make a line change as Zachary Massicott gets it. He'll station himself behind Chase Perry. Now he'll start the attack as he skates down the middle, throw a right wing pass to Chad Butcher. Butcher crosses center ice right wing. He'll move it ahead to Skelly. Dalton Skelly in the right circle. Throws up top to Massicott. He'll swing and miss on it. As now Martel to the center ice area, right side. Gets around Massicott. Fires towards Perry. Perry makes a save. As Martel overskates it behind Allen's net. Massicott moves out to center ice. Looking for Colby McCauley. And like a Chicago Bears quarterback, that pass is incomplete. And icing is on the Americans with 24 seconds left in the 4-on-4. More like a New York Jets quarterback. Justin Fields is actually pretty good.
He's good at running. He's a good rusher. He's kind of like a Lamar Jackson type quarterback.
So Allen leads 2-1, 17:27 left in the second. As Jamison stands up as he's ready to exit the penalty box. Draw one by the Grizzlies. Andrew Nilsson on the left side as Grizzlies in the offensive zone. Nilsson throws it to Shear on the left side. Take a shot. Kick saved by Perry. Rebound goes out to the near circle and taken by Chad Butcher. Butcher collides with Strong. Strong holds up Butcher. Strong gets dragged down by Butcher. Strong looks to the referee for a call, none to be had. Trevor Wolford's the referee. Right side, Martel looks to center to Strong. Butcher cuts in front of him, so Strong couldn't accept the pass. Both teams are back at full strength. Fournier out of the box for Allen. As Fournier gets the puck at neutral ice and dumps it in. He'll skate off after a very, very quick shift. And the Grizzlies skate from left to right. Kyle Pouncey, right wing, crosses center ice. Throws the Fitz back to Pouncey. He skates to the right corner, gets around Chris Mallory. Now Pouncey left side, gets the Pfizer down the middle, take a shot. And he gets blocked by Young. Young gets back to his feet slowly. Left point, Bryson Martin gets it back to Pfizer, and it's taken away. Aiden Brown's got a breakaway, skates towards the right side, and he'll take a shot, and he scores. And Aiden Brown has pumped in another one past Lucas Preek on a low liner from the right circle. And it's now the Americans 3 and the Grizzlies 1. Brown got to the offensive zone, faked a blast, and then just kind of craftily went 5-hole on Lucas. It's almost like he faked the shot, got Lucas up on his feet a little bit more, and then just snuck it past him.
Yeah, Tyson, and in a blink of an eye, now it's a 3-1 game in favor of Allen. The Grizzlies need to find a way to settle down and get the momentum back.
It was off a turnover, which makes the goal unassisted. Aiden Brown gets his 12th goal of the season, time a goal 3:29 into the second, which was 2 minutes and 16 seconds after they scored 4-on-4 to make it 2-1. So it's 3-1 Allen. Grizzlies in the offensive zone. Bartley drops it off for Raby, who's got a point in 5 straight games over to McCallchuck. Flatty to the left side, stops as he's being challenged by Dalton Galley. He'll throw it up top for Penner. It bounced off of his body and rolls to center ice. Bartley skates back into his own zone over to Connor McDonald. He'll throw it across near Utah's bench for McCallchuck, who drops it off past Bartley. Now Raby has to stop as Bartley had entered the zone. Now Raby can enter as he skates down the middle. He loses the puck as he was trying to drift towards his right. As Allen throws to the right point, and Raby keeps it in. He'll throw it across the wall for Bartley. Victor spins it around. McCallchuck gets cut off by Gagnon, so McCallchuck couldn't play it. Raby throws to the near side for Penner. Back to Raby near the boards. Raby feeds across to a wide open Nilsson. Nilsson left side back in. Shot saved by Perry. Raby gets to the left side. Skates towards the circle. Takes a shot. He scores! Dakota Raby gets his 9th of the year. And the Grizzlies get on the board. It's a 3-2 game. Dakota Raby now has a point in 6 straight contests. And he just roofed one over Chase Perry as he went top shelf from the left circle. What a crazy second period we've had so far. 15-13's left. And the Grizzlies get one for Dakota Raby.
And Tyson, what a shot there from Dakota Raby. And it came after a sequence where I thought the Grizzlies had a missed opportunity where Andrew Nielsen tried to dangle around Perry and he made a fantastic save. Dakota Raby takes it and snipes it and gets that one back. 3-2 game.
Raby's goal is unassisted. Time of goal 4:27 into the second period. And as the puck goes back out to neutralize, taken by Andrew Nielsen. Butcher takes it away. Butcher drops off to the right side over to Skelly down the middle. It glances off his skate and rolls back to a Grizzly. Cam Strong skates around his net. Strong will throw it to neutralize for Simeone, who's got an assist tonight. Simeone, 3 assists this season, skates towards the left corner, gets around Skelly. Simeone around the net, wraparound shot, saved by Perry. Rebound goes out towards the near circle where it's taken by Allen. Dalton Skelly lifts over the head of Simeone, goes back to Schurz at the Utah blue line. He'll move it ahead to Martell. Martell overskates it, and near the Allen blue line, taken by Massicott. Mascot feeds ahead down the middle for Finley. He'll throw a left wing pass to Combs. Combs back to Finley. One-timer out in front of the net goes wide as Grizzlies clearing out to center. Weiser chasing after it. And it looks like it's going to be icing on the Grizzlies with 14:44 left in the second. Boy, good look there by Allen, and Finley just missed the net there as he probably didn't have an angle once he got it.
Yeah, Tyson, that first period was a bit of a defensive battle. Now we're starting to see this game blow wide open. But that goal by Dakota Raby was huge as it brings the Grizzlies back into the game, and it's got the crowd energized again.
Raby's goal was unassisted. He just kind of took it away from an Allen player near the blue line, just skated towards the left circle and found a shooting angle. As the draw gets kind of a new goes to the Grizzlies. Simeone feeds it across to Weiser. Pass goes wide of the mark. No icing as Mallory played it. As Mallory around the net, we'll move it ahead. As Mikhail Robidoux across the center ice. He's got good speed. Skates down the middle. Now he'll throw it to the near corner. Robidoux over to Abear behind the net. He's trying to chip it back towards Robidoux. Now goes back to the right point for Sauceman. He fakes a shot now. He throws it down the middle for Abear, and it goes wide as Abear got knocked down by Aaron Tho. Now Abear gets back to his feet around the net, tries to feed it out in front. Grizzlies gather it. Bryce Martin moves ahead to Penner. Fitz crosses center ice. He'll throw it across to Weiser. He steps over the line. Now Penner. Nice slot. Righty shot. Saved by Perry. Rebound. Fitz looking for it. It was behind him, and Sauceman clears it out. Now Bryce Martin skates back into his own zone. He'll feed it to the Utah blue line for Tho. Left wing pass for Penner. Tyler stops the left point, trying to get it back to Weiser. Colton Hargrove got a stick in the way. Hargrove along the near wing board, so it's a blue line to blue line pass to Crone. Drops off for Hargrove, poked away by Martin. Hargrove gets it back. He'll skate around the center ice circle. Now he'll throw it back to Mallory, who's familiar with the surroundings. He played half the season for the Grizzlies in the 2020-21 season. That was the start of his pro career. Then he got traded to Kansas City and is now with Allen. Hank Crone skates down the middle, drops off for McCauley. Back towards Crone in the left circle. Poked away by Martin, who moves ahead to Weiser. Weiser at neutralized, gets back checked by McCauley. As Weiser throws to Raby, who skates down the right side. Now Raby down the middle, take a shot. Saved by Perry. With the speed of Dakota Raby making a huge impact there. As he skated to the right side, veered off to the left and gave himself a good scoring chance. 13-11 left in the second. It's the Allen Americans 3 and the Utah Grizzlies 2. We're back in 1 minute on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account.
Saw Grizzlies fan do his best Orlando Solar Bear fan impersonation, chugging a beer. Draw's going to be the Allen zone on the far side as Allen leads 3-2. We played Allen a couple games last week. Always saw people chugging beers on the video board. Off the draw, Raby shot, saved by Perry. As Allen leads 3-2, about 7 minutes into the second period. Jamison delivers a hit in the near corner. Hargrove in the area. Hargrove gets back to his feet and takes the puck. He's Allen's captain. He'll move it ahead to Ryan Gagnon, who gains center ice, skates down the middle. He'll feed to the right side for Crone. Now to Hargrove down the middle. Backhand shot. Saved by Parikh. And somehow Lucas was able to hold on. 12:51 left in the second period. It's been a crazy second frame here so far. The score was tied at 1 after 20 minutes. Hank Crone scored his 29th of the season, 1:13 into the second. Colton Hargrove with the assist was a 4-on-4 goal. And 2 minutes, 16 seconds later, Aiden Brown on a breakaway scored unassisted, 3:29 in. And that gave Allen a 3-1 lead. But then Dakota Raby scored unassisted, 4:27 into the second. It's still Allen 3, Utah 2, but the Grizzlies close the gap as Utah wins the faceoff. McCallcheck throws to center ice, It goes between the legs of Massacott, rolls towards Dalton Skelly, who's in the American zone. Allen skating from our right to our left here in the second period as Massacott feeds a left wing pass at the Utah blue line to Combs. Combs centers at the Butcher. I'll take a righty shot, and it goes wide. Rebound goes to Raby off the glass. They'll lift in the air. It's taken by Skelly, who keeps it in the high slot. As Allen chips it to Butcher, back towards Skelly. Grizzlies poking out to center ice. Great play as Raby skates towards the left side, centers to McCulloch. McCulloch drives the net, takes a shot, and lost the puck. Perry loses his helmet as Allen with a breakaway. Jack Combs, the left side, skates down the middle. He gets tripped up by Perique. And we get a whistle. Arm is raised by the referee as Jack Combs putting the move on Lucas Perique. Perique asks Jack Combs if he's okay. What crazy action as McCulloch got a breakaway. Got too close to Perry, collided with him. Perry's helmet flew off. Then Allen ended up with a breakaway on the other end by Jack Combs. He got too close to Perique. Perique tripped him up. And looks like he was going to the box. I think it might be a Grizzly. What a crazy sequence.
That is unbelievable. I mean, that's the definition of end-to-end action. We saw Vladimir Mikulchuk with a chance here on this end on Perry. And then we see Combs go the other way. Perique getting out there. Looks like he's probably going to end up with a tripping penalty here.
It's been amazing how Dakota Raby has played here in the second period. He's a man possessed right now. It is going to be a Grizzly. It is Lucas Perique. 2 minutes for tripping. 7:55 into the second period. And even though he didn't commit the penalty, Andrew Nilsson once again is in the penalty box. That's the second time in the last 3 games that Andrew Nilsson is sitting in the penalty box for a penalty that Lucas Perique committed. As the draw is going to be in the Grizzlies zone, Allen will be on the power play. It's the Americans 3 and the Grizzlies 2. 12:04 is left in the second period.
Now, Tyson, the Grizzlies are back on the penalty kill, but I think this is one where you're fine with the Grizzlies being on the PK, as Perique probably stopped a goal with that trip.
Allen wins the draw. It's certainly a great point as Combs had a breakaway, and he's one of the best scorers in the league. Action in the near corner. Hank Crone gets it, and he'll feed it across for Finley. Finley drops off to the right point as it rolls along the boards for Mallory. They'll get to Hargrove just outside the right circle now, the far goal line. As Jack Combs surveys, gets it down the middle for Finley. It bounced off his stick and rolls towards the near boards. Bryson Martin gets there first, nudges it ahead. Taryn Pfizer, 2-on-3, skates towards the right side, looks to start the Penner, but Mallory, who was diving on the ice, cut in front of the pass, and Mallory moves it ahead. Jack Combs enters the zone as he's in the near side. He gets hit by Penner. As Combs centers it, Pfizer picks it off, and he'll backhand it into the Allen zone. 1:10 left in the Allen power play, and 11:13 left in the second period as Allen leads 3-1. Americans had 3 power play goals on Wednesday as Chris Mallory at neutralized drops it off. Taking away is Cam Strong. He's got a breakaway. Skates down the middle. Fakes it to his right. Goes shot. Lefty shot saved by Perry. As fits to the left side as Strong skated down the middle. Maybe made one too many moves and Perry wasn't faked out. He goes out to neutralize. I was faked out with a really lousy call on that play. I apologize. Grizzlies dumping in from center ice. Goes back to Mallory, who spins along the near boards for Jack Combs. Combs throws it back towards Mallory and rolls back slowly as the Americans will slowly make a line change. It goes over to Hank Crone. Back to Hargrove across the center ice. Hargrove skates towards the right side as he stops in the corner being shadowed by Bartley. Up top for Sossaman and the Beard. Throws it back to Hargrove. He's in the right point. Sossaman skates towards his left. Hargrove on the right side just outside the circle. Will feed it to the far goal line for Combs, who chips it up top for Sossaman. Will take a righty shot. He scores. That's a power play goal by Colton Sossaman as the Beard gets his 4th goal of the year. And the Americans have extended the lead. It's now a 4-2 game.
Well, Tyson, this is a play that we usually see the Grizzlies draw up for Andrew Nielsen. Colton Sossaman stands at the blue line for about 15 seconds with his stick in the air, waiting to take that one-timer. And they get the puck to him, and he just rips it. And that puck was possessed. It found its way into the back of the net. The Allen Americans have a 2-goal lead.
And Allen just kind of held the puck at the goal line. All 4 Grizzlies players were near the goal line. Sossaman is wide open up top. So when the pass connected to him, he was able to put his full strength and all of it into the shot. And so Sossaman scores with the assist going to Colton Hargrove, his 26th assist of the year. Grizzlies have it. They skate from left to right as Vladislav Mikulchuk near side feeds it across to Jamison. Pass connected. Jamison towards the left circle, gets it poked away by Skelly. Puck rolls towards the left point. Martin throws the Pouncey right side shot. Saved by Perry. As Pouncey had an open look there from the high slot, a little bit more to the right side, and Perry was able to make a save as we're about halfway through the scheduled 60 minutes. Boy, the fans here have gotten their money's worth in the second period alone with all this action.
Yeah, Tyson, it's been a really entertaining, fun game so far. We saw a really good defensive battle in the first period and tons of goals here in the second.
Grizzlies would like more on their side as Allen leads 4-2. Out to neutralize. Grizzlies dumping in, delayed offside. So McCallchuck lets Skelly play it. Skelly will feed it across to Massacott. He'll move it to neutralize near the center ice area as Young couldn't handle it. As McCallchuck dumps it in, taken by Skelly. Skates towards the far side. Skelly being shadowed by Raby, who's been amazing here in the second period. As Raby picked up a goal and extended his point streak to 6 games. Allen from the Utah line. Aiden Brown spins along the wall. Brown picked up a goal early in the second period. McCallchuck around there, make that McCauley around the net. Loses it. Penner gets hit, but he'll move it across to Martin. Bryson Martin to the right wing. Game's neutralized. He'll throw a right wing pass to Pfizer. Pfizer near the boards, gets it back to Martin. Skating down the middle, take a lefty shot. Saved by Perry. And now goes back over to Grant Aberry's at neutralized. He'll feed it across off the near boards, looking for Aiden Brown. Nilsson gathers it, moves it ahead to Fitz. He couldn't handle it, and it goes back to Kobe McCauley, the former Idaho Steel. He actually had a Gordie Howe hat trick against the Grizzlies a few years ago. He got in a fight with Jack Jenkins in the third period of an Idaho blowout. As Hank Crone to the right side, steps over the line, skates towards the right circle, feeds it across to McCauley. Now down the middle for Hargrove. He takes a shot and he scores. Tic-tac-toe, and it's now a 5-2 game. As Kobe McCauley was to the left side center to Hargrove out in front of the net. And Colton Hargrove put it away for his 29th of the season. Great passing by the Americans. They're very smart forwards, and they got an odd man break and knew what to do with it. 2 passes and an easy shot for their 5th goal of the game.
Yeah, and Tyson, one really good thing about the Allen Americans is that they're a really good east to west team. They're really good at moving the puck coast to coast across the entire rink, and they really just go coast to coast there. It's great passing by Allen.
The goal is under video review. Maybe they thought Hargrove was too much into the crease when he got the pass from Kobe McCauley from the left side. As video review is looking at it, Joe Ernst, one of the higher-ups in the league. He's in attendance here tonight. I think the last time we saw Joe Ernst, he was here on Wednesday as well. The last time we saw him was in the Western Conference Finals. As referee Trevor Wolford looking things over. I think Craig Peterson is, well, we're not sure because the numbers that we have of who the linesmen are different than what we have there. It looks like the linesmen tonight are Andrew Collins and Craig Peterson, and not Colin Kleinendorf was what originally was posted.
Well, Tyson, even if this goal stands,
let's see.
Looks like they're coming to a decision.
It's a good goal by Trevor Wolford, doing his best acting job. Took quite a bit of time, and then he pointed to center ice and said, good goal. It's the Americans 5 and the Grizzlies 2.
Well, I was going to say, even if it was a good goal, at least that time gave the Grizzlies a little bit of time to reset as they were looking over that call. I saw Andrew Nielsen and the Roosters, some other players talking some stuff over. It kind of serves as a timeout for the Grizzlies, kind of just to regroup and get their act together.
Allen has 4 goals on 5 shots here in the second period as they lead 5-2. Fans taking them, but let's go Grizzlies chant as Allen has the puck. Butcher over to Combs. Now across to Finley's all alone, right side shot, saved by Preek. Now Finley looking for a wraparound. He couldn't gather the puck enough to do anything with it. Now Finley throws it up top for Mallory. He gets pushed out of the zone by Martell. Good play by the Rooster. Sure moves it ahead to McCallchuck. It glanced off his stick or make that Cam Strong. Strong holds up. Sauceman. Puck rolls towards Allen as the Americans. Chad Butcher loses his stick as it collided with Fitz, and actually the stick went breaking. As Butcher gets a new stick from the equipment manager, Tony Denzer. Sauceman back at the Allen blue line. Will throw it to the near side for Mallory. As Allen's Mallory will skate back behind his own goaltender. Chase Perry wearing all black equipment on the red jersey with white numbers and white lettering. Now Sauceman behind Allen's net. I wonder, he could probably just stand there for the next 8 minutes if he wants. Mallory over to Sauceman. He'll feed it ahead. It's not like there's a shot clock in this thing. Fournier gains the line, skates down the middle. Loses the puck as it rolls towards Preek, who covers up. Good play by Victor Bartley, forcing Stephon Fournier to just kind of skate down the middle. He lost it, and then puck rolled towards Preek. 7:40 left in the second. Allen leads 5-2.
Yeah, and Tyson, the interesting thing is Allen's only taken 6 shots so far in this period. And so the question is what's different in the second period from the first period? Well, the answer is Allen is doing a great job of moving around and spreading the puck around the ice. In the first period, the Grizzlies were doing a great job of keeping the puck to the perimeter. Not so much here in the second period. The center of the ice, the slot, has been dominated by Allen. And so they're just getting a lot of high-quality chances, and they're converting on them.
For the Americans, it's the true definition of great quality versus great quantity. As Grizzlies win the draw, Bartley will feed it ahead to Raby. Raby's about as fast as it comes. He skates down the middle, gains line, drops off from McCallchuck. Left side shot, and it's blocked. Might have been blocked by his own guy. Raby in the far corner, loses it. Abear chips ahead to Robidoux, feeds out to the center ice logo, regathered by the Grizzlies. Bartley skates back into his own zone, now feeds it across to McDonald. Connor dishes out to the left side, crossing center ice is Jamison. He gains the line, throws it back off the near boards for McDonald. Right wing, right point shot, saved by Perry. Trying to center, it's Raby. It bounced off an American. McCallchuck delivers a hit in the right corner. He hit Massacott. Now McCallchuck hits Massacott again. And as Allen will flicking out of the zone, Robidoux wanted a piece of McCallchuck. The puck rolls towards Lucas Preek. He has to play it in front of the crease as he moves it across to Pouncey. Pouncey throws a blue line to blue line pass. Two Grizzlies were there. Raby drops off from McCallchuck. He drives the net. He takes a shot that's blocked. Now McCallchuck gets it back to the left side. Feeds it across to Raby, but the pass incomplete. Pass head connects. Hank Crone skates down the left side, takes a shot. Saved by Preek as Crone had a breakaway. Now McCauley over to Crone on the left side. Feathers it across. Shot. Saved by Preek as he was looking for Hargrove. It was Crone. Crone gets it around the net. Puck bounced off a Martin stick, hit a stanchion. As Hargrove on the right side feeds it across to Crone. Shot. Kick saved by Preek. As Crone was cutting towards the net, had just kind of a one-time tap out in front. So puck goes back to center ice. Sossaman throws it back to Mallory. 6:10 and counting left in the second. Allen leads 5-2. Pass head glanced off of Hank Crone's stick, rolls towards Perico. Move it across to Bryson Martin. Martin around Utah's net will feed it towards the far side. Sossaman literally kicks it ahead to Jack Combs. Across to Hank Crone on the left side. Crone steps over the line, feeds it across, and goes to center ice as Allen. Colton Sossaman near the Allen bench dumps it back in. Puck lines along the near boards. Pfizer across the center ice from the near side. Gets around Butcher, gains the line as he stops the left point. Now he loses it as Aiden Brown will throw it out back to center ice, make that Liam Finley. As Pfizer back in his own end will move it out to center, taken by Nilsson. Nilsson gains the line right side, feathers it across, bouncing puck. And it was tough for Penner to connect on it as he'll bounce it off the near boards. Now left wing, fit shot, and it's blocked. Liam Finley skates down the middle as he'll skate over. Sure cuts him off to the left side. Finley shot, saved by Perique. The shot was taken from the right wing. Now Finley in the right corner gets it back. He's being shadowed by Nilsson. Finley drops off to the corner for Butcher. As Tyler Penner trying to box him out as they got a big battle in the corner. Combs delivers a hit on Nilsson as Finley gets dragged down. Right side shot, saved by Perique. That was taken by Combs. Grizzlies gather it. They clear the zone. Bounces to Dalton Galley, who gets it back in the Allen zone as the Grizzlies make a line change. 4:50s and counting left in the second period. Allen leads 5-2. Combs left side feeds it across. It bounced off the stick of Simeone and flies deeper in the Grizzlies zone. As Utah to the near side. Cam Strong with great speed crosses center ice. Strong to the right side gets around Dalton Galley. Strong around the net. Now to the near side. Skates towards Perry. Shot saved by Perry. Perry's on the ice. Everybody's in the crease. Right wing. Shot saved. He hits the side of the net by McDonald. Now Simeone throws it up top for Bartley. Across to McDonald in the right point. He'll feed it to Strong, who's in the corner. He gets held up by Galley behind Allen's net. Martell dishes out to the far side. Allen has a poke back to the corner. Simeone battles, but Allen comes out of the scrum of the puck. Now Hebert at center ice, trying to get around Connor McDonald. Hebert gains the line left side, and as he's falling down, feeds it to the right side. And Allen with a sharp angle shot and a swing and a miss. This goes back to the Rooster. Martell crosses center ice 3-on-4. He'll step over the line, gets around a skater. Now McCallchuck. Now puck rolls towards Perry. Jamison in the area as it rolls towards the far corner. Now across to Massacott. We'll move it ahead to Skelly. Skelly at neutral ice, crosses center ice from the left wing. Skelly gains the line, drifts towards the corner. Cyrus to McCauley, shot and is blocked by Pouncey. Pouncey did a good job cutting in front of McCauley. McCallchuck throws to Raby, gets around McCauley. Raby to the right side, stops, gets held up by Massacott, throws to the corner. McCallchuck's played very physical. He delivers a hit on Hargrove. Pouncey right wing shot, saved by Perry. And Allen holds on with 3:22 left in the second. Timeout on the ice, will take one as well. It's the Americans 5 and the Grizzlies 2. This Utah Grizzlies hockey presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. it helps you.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
The Americans 5 and the Grizzlies 2. Both goaltenders have picked up a penalty in the second period. Chase Perry played the puck beyond center ice and got a penalty 57 seconds into the second for Allen. And then Lucas Preek got a tripping minor, 7:55 into the second. Allen leads 5-2. Grizzlies win the draw. Nilsson knocks down McCauley. As Allen moves ahead, Nilsson picks it off at center ice. As Allen was looking for a breakaway, if that pass was connected, Pfizer skates down the middle. Puck rolls towards Perry. And in front of the crease, the Allen goaltender covers up. With 3:08 left in the second, the guy's been a crazy second frame. And unfortunately, from the Grizzlies' perspective, Allen leads on the scoreboard.
Yeah, Tyson, it's been a really wild second period, a game that's really seemed to just blow wide open, unfortunately, in favor of Allen. Right now, the Grizzlies have got the blues. They are down in the dumps. They need to get the momentum back, look for maybe a big hit or a fight to rejuvenate the Grizzlies and maybe even this crowd.
Really good Friday night crowd, second of a three-game series. Puck kicked off the skate of Bryson Martin. Goes back to center ice. As Terran Pfizer back in his own end, feeds it across to Shearer. Back to Pfizer. He moves ahead to Nilsson. As Grizzlies are skating from left to right as we see it from high top section 114. Chris Malaria head to Crone. He gets to McCauley, overskated it for a second, and Pfizer takes it away. He moves ahead to Fitz, who gains center ice. Fitz gains the line, stops in the right point, drops off for Nilsson, but he couldn't handle it. Hargrove gets it. He moves it ahead to Crone. Crone skates towards the right side, drops off for Hargrove. Now to the left side for Combs. It bounced off his stick and flies ahead of Lucas Preek. Now centering pass out in front. Shot saved by Preek. That was taken by Combs out in front. And as Dylan Fitz to the far side gathers the puck, he'll move it to neutralize for Penner. Penner glides a pass to the right side for Pouncey. Pouncey steps over the line and drops it back off for Penner. Right point shot and is blocked by Massicon about 5 feet in front of Perry. He'll get it over to Malari. 2:11 and counting left in the second. Allen leads 5-2. Americans have outshot the Grizzlies 25-22. As Chad Butcher skates down the middle, steps over the blue line. Jack Combs over to Massicot. Left side, he gets it to the left corner for Finley. It bounced off his stick. Rolls towards Butcher. Butcher out to the left side. Feed it up top for Massicot. Now back to Butcher. He's along the near boards. Butcher skates towards his right. He'll take a righty shot. Saved by Preek. Rebound out in front. And it's gathered by the Grizzlies. As Kyle Pouncey moves out to center ice. And his pass is picked off as Pouncey was looking for the Rooster. Combs steps over the blue line. Will bounce off a Butcher. Simeone crosses center ice. He'll throw it across, but it ricochets off Dalton Skelly. Rolls deep in the Allen zone. Martel gets to the far side, and he'll skate around the net. Now Martel drops it back off for Jamison. He swings and didn't get much on it as the puck slowly glides towards Chase Perry, who covers up with 1:21 left in the second. A couple good looks by the Grizzlies, and they just didn't get much on their shots.
Yeah, Tyson, and at this moment in the game, it seems like a missed opportunity for Utah. They have to find a way to start converting on those chances.
Ryan Kanasowicz talking with Jared Pike, trying to find a way to climb back into this one. As the draw won by the Americans. Dalton Galley moves ahead. Robito with great speed gets into the zone. Robito is more than just a physical player. He moves outstandingly for a guy who looks to be as strong as he is. Puck goes back to neutralize. Ryan Gagnon back in his own zone across to Galley. Near side, cross the center ice, dumps it in. Galley pushes Raby in the back as Preek plays it behind his net. He'll throw it to the far side for Bartley. Now to Jamison. He'll move it ahead. McCallchuk chases after it. McCallchuk along the end boards, collides with Gagnon. Gagnon takes the puck away from him. Over to the near side. There's Fournier. Feeds it across. Now to the right side as Hebert skates towards the corner. Centers to Fournier. Take a shot. Saved by Preek. Rebound out in front. It goes to Jamison. Great job by Connor McDonald boxing out Robito out in front of the net. As Pfizer out to the right side. Skates towards the circle. He'll take a righty shot. He scores! Terran Pfizer gets his 18th of the year as he just went top shelf glove side over Chase Perry's left shoulder. And the Grizzlies have cut into the lead. It's now a 5-3 game. Boy, the amount of room that Terran Pfizer is trying to shoot that, and you talk about accuracy, that's about as good as it gets right there.
Yeah, Tyson, what a shot there. And again, the Grizzlies go high with the shot. They're able to beat Perry, who's down on his knees. Terran Pfizer When his number calls his own number and gets the Grizzlies back in this one.
That's a big league goal. Just threaded the needle right there. Great job by Taryn Pfizer. Jamison and Bartley with the assist, as Pfizer's now tied with Cameron Wright for the team lead with 18 goals. Grizzlies rink wide pass, no ice, and less than 20 seconds left in the second period. Action deep in the Allen zone in the far corner. As Grizzlies trying to hack away. It's 5-3 Allen with the lead. McCauley comes out of the scrum with the puck. 6 seconds left. It's Hank Crone to the left side. Crosses center ice, fires a shot. Saved by Preek. Crone gets a back shot. That goes wide. Now we'll do it for second period action here at Maverik Center. The Americans scored 4 goals in the frame, and the Grizzlies scored twice. Taryn Pfizer threaded the needle. 19:29 into the second when Jamison and Victor Bartley gained the assists. So the Americans lead by 2 goals after 2 periods. That was entertaining, if nothing else. Both goaltenders picked up a penalty in the second frame. And Dylan Fitz talking things over with Trevor Wolford, the referee. As Fitz doesn't look like he's very happy with Trevor Wolford. Victor Bartley skates over there as well. And Allen's got a guy that's going to skate over there, and it's Chris Mallory, just to make sure it's not a one-sided conversation. So he wants to say in things as well. Wink back, Guy Chiarenza will have second intermission coverage as Allen leads 5-3. You're on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can, and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
Welcome to the second intermission report presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott. I'm Guy Chiarenza alongside Tyson Whiting. And what a wild second period it's been. It's 5-3 in favor of the Allen Americans. Let me tell you how we got here. It started with the Grizzlies getting the first goal of the game. The Rooster, Jordan Martel, on a 2-on-1 with Cam Strong. He converts and gets his 7th of the year, and that gave the Grizzlies a 1-0 lead. But 19-10 into the first period with just 50 seconds left to go. It was Grant Hebert getting his 6th goal of the year. That was assisted by Stephane Fournier and Mikhail Robideau, and that made it a 1-1 game heading into the first intermission. We moved to the second period, and this is where things get crazy. It started with a 4-on-4. Keaton Jamison got a tripping minor, but Chase Perry played the puck by the Allen bench, and so he gets a penalty for goaltender beyond center. And so those minors put us at a 4-on-4 situation, but the Allen Americans are a really good team at moving the puck. They use every inch of the ice so well, and they're able to do that here as they were able to score on a goal by Hank Crone, 1:13 into the second period. He gets his 29th of the year, and as of that moment, that was the league leading 29th goal of the year, and that was assisted by Colton Hargrove. And then later on, just about 2 minutes later, it was Aiden Brown getting his 12th goal of the year. This is the first time that we've seen him this series. and he gets his 12th of the year to make it a 3-1 game in favor of Allen. But don't go anywhere, because Dakota Raby with a snipe just about a minute later, 4:27 into the second period, he makes it a 3-2 game. And so now we have a barn burner on our hands, an absolute shootout in the Wild Wild West. But then Colton Saucerman on the power play from Jack Combs and Colton Hargrove, getting his 4th of the year, and he sat at the blue line, kind of like Ovechkin in his office, just waiting, and then he finally got that chance to put that baby home. And so that made it a 4-2 game, 9:45 into the second period. And then matters got worse. Colton Hargrove got his 29th of the year, which is now tied with Hank Crone for the league lead in goals. That was assisted by McCauley and Crone. And that came 11-12 into the second period. At that point, it's a 5-2 game. And that looks like where we were headed going into the second intermission. And so, again, we get a late goal. But this time it's in favor of the Grizzlies as Taryn Pfizer, again, kind of like that Raby goal, just a snipe over the shoulder of Perry. He was down on his knees, and Taryn Pfizer took advantage of that space in the top corner of the net. He gets his 18th of the year, and that was assisted by Victor Bartley and Keaton Jameson. So now it's a 5-3 game, and that's where we stand after 40 minutes of play. Shots are in favor of Allen, 29-24. Shots were pretty even in the second period. Allen took 15, and Utah took 14. And throughout the first 40 minutes, Taryn Pfizer has 4 shots, but the leader on the team for shots is Dakota Raby with 5, and he's got a +2 rating in this game so far. He's playing fantastic. And while the Grizzlies have given up 5 goals in this game, I don't think that's on Lucas Parikh, because the Allen Americans have done a really good job of using every inch of the ice. They've done such a great job of spreading the puck around, playing a good east to west game, moving the puck laterally. And so there have been multiple times where the Grizzlies defense just can't catch up when we see a wide open Allen American with a chance to convert. So in the third period, that has to be a point of emphasis for the Grizzlies going forward. In the second period, scoring chances were 11-8 in favor of Allen. The Grizzlies dominated the face-off circle in the first period, 17-6. They dominate again in the second period, but not as much. They only have the margin by 4, 11-7. Shots on goal, as I mentioned before, 15-14 in favor of Allen, but 10 of those came on the power play for the Allen Americans. And the Grizzlies had 1 shorthanded shot. But hits, things got a little bit physical in this period for Utah. They took 9 hits to the Allen Americans 3, and giveaways are 6 apiece. So far in the game, Allen has dominated the special teams battle. They're 1 for 2 on the power play. Utah has yet to go on the power play, so we haven't seen the Grizzlies power play really get a chance to set up and go to work here, which might be good for them if they ever find a way to get on the power play, because we've seen at times in the year where the power play has kind of been a jump start for the Grizzlies and has brought them life. The Grizzlies are down by 2 here right now, but don't forget, there's a little bit comeback in these kids, as they were down 4-1 to Orlando and found a way to battle back and take that one to overtime and at least get a standing point in that one. So Tyson, a wide open second period. What do the Grizzlies have to do to really corral this thing and get back in this game in the third?
Well, I think they need to find a way to get some power plays. They don't have a single power play. I didn't see if Nick Hayes won musical chairs. He wanted us to film it. Guess what, Nick? We filmed it. It looked like a dead heat with him and some guy in a black Grizzlies jersey. I don't know. Looked like the guy in the black Grizzlies jersey won it, but I guess it is what it is. Back to the game. Just as you mentioned, Allen does such a good job passing the puck and using every inch of the ice. It seemed like a few of those goals, they passed it out in front of the net. They had a wide open shot because the centering pass connected, and for Allen, it's just they've got forwards that just have such high hockey IQ. You talk about that design on the power play. It looked very similar to the Grizzlies when they isolate Taryn Pfizer up top, give him plenty of room, just kind of keep the puck at the goal line, then throw it up top to Saucerman. It's plays like that Allen made over the first 2 periods, and they've been lethal. I think about the Grizzlies winning 5-3 on Wednesday. Well, Allen's really responded offensively. I mean, if you talk about people from the Allen side, they talk about all the missed opportunities on Wednesday, just particularly in the first period with breakaways and just overpassing. Well, Allen's one of those teams, they're going to make that extra pass, and every now and then they may be accused of overpassing, but when they're executing to perfection, their passes are rolling cleanly. They're about as tough a team to beat as anybody in the league, and they've got their passes rolling. They had a strong second period. And for the Grizzlies, they just have to find a way to respond early in the third period to establish themselves that they're back in this hockey game.
Yeah, Tyson, and I think in the first period, the difference was that the Grizzlies were doing a great job of keeping the Americans in the corner, limiting their chances in the slot and the circles, and that's really what the All-Americans did in the second period. Is they were able to utilize the slot because the Grizzlies were just unable to contain the American speed. Something that Allen does really well is they're really good at spreading the puck around, and their puck movement is phenomenal. But they rarely stay in one place at the same time. When we talk about Alex Ovechkin sitting in his office on the power play, he'll kind of just wait there and take a shot. The All-Americans are very different. They'll take the puck and they'll move it. But when the guy that doesn't have the puck, the other four skaters, they don't stand still. They move around constantly, and that's giving the Grizzlies defense fits right now. Tyson, the Americans have a lot of weapons in Crone, Finley, Hargrove, just to name a few. How do the Grizzlies utilize their defense and really stop all these weapons that Allen has?
It's hard to do because they're just going to find one guy that's out of position. So it means that everybody for the Grizzlies has to be disciplined. Every defenseman's got to find their assignments. That's what makes Allen so tough on the power play, is they know they just keep working the puck around. They're eventually going to find somebody with an open shot, and they were able to do that during the second period. They did that a few times on Wednesday. So, 5-on-5, it just means that everybody's just got to be on tune with their assignment. They're not the fastest team in the league. I mean, they got some fast guys. Like Finley's about as fast as anybody the Grizzlies will play this year. Otherwise, there's not a ton of speed on their club. So you just got to make sure you keep putting a body on Combs. And I think the one guy that's really been ultra physical, we saw Shearer in the first period. How about Vladislav Mikalchuk? Second period, he's been about as physical as I've seen him at any point this season. Really, the Grizzlies need to play physical against Allen, and it's that tough balance. The balance of playing a very physical game and yet staying out of the penalty box, because you want to stay out of the box knowing how dangerous Allen's power play is. So the Grizzlies really got to find that balance. I thought they had that on Wednesday, and they need to find that balance once again. Play a physical brand of hockey and yet find a way to stay out of the penalty box.
Yeah, Tyson, I agree. Vladislav Mikalchuk has really been noticeable in this game. And he's been physical, something that he's not really known for. But he's found a way to kind of just get under the skin of Dalton Galley, just to name one. I saw him go after Robidoux a few times in the second period as well. As we've talked about the Grizzlies' defense, but the Grizzlies also have a lot of weapons of their own. Dakota Raby and Terran Pfizer have played well in this game. Dylan Fitz played well on Wednesday. The Grizzlies are down here by 2 goals. They need to defend, yes, but they also need to score. How do the Grizzlies jumpstart their own weapons and get back in here from the scoring side of things?
I think it's kind of the same way they got back into Monday's game against Orlando, overcoming a 4-1 deficit and forcing overtime. And even though they lost in OT, they got a standing point. It's one of the goals was a redirection out in front. Another one was Raby using his speed. One of them was a power play. And for the Grizzlies, they were able to work the puck around and find the open guy. It was Jamison, Raby, and Fitz that really were the heroes on Monday. And always saw Raby really step things forward there in the second period. So you got to figure that Dylan Fitz, he's on a 5-game point scoring streak. You figure he's probably due. For the Grizzlies, kind of like on Monday, you're just going to have to keep battling. Just take it one shift at a time. I know it sounds very, very cliche because it absolutely is. That's how the Grizzlies got back in Monday's game, and they're going to have to do a similar blue-collar type of job here tonight if they want to come back and earn some standings points tonight.
Well, Tyson, you mentioned standings points in this game is very big in the playoff picture in the Mountain Division standings. We'll talk about that coming up after this 1-minute break on the Rio Tinto Kennecott Intermission Report.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can, and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting here with Kiki Crum as Allen leads 5-3. Well, it's tied to one after one period. Allen really exploded there in the first half of the second period, but the Taryn Pfizer goal, and it was amazing because it looked like he just threaded it into maybe a very, very tight window over the left shoulder of Chase Perry. And Pfizer now is tied with Cameron Wright for the team leading goals.
Yeah, he had a great game last Wednesday, on Wednesday, and tonight. I think him and Raby being put on the board might spark up the team for the third period. I know that they are scorers and shooters. And so hopefully there's a talk in the locker room and we get a burst of energy in the third.
I wonder who the fastest player on the Grizzlies team is. I think Raby probably wins the foot race, but I think if we're just going from like one red line to the other, I think Cam Strong might also be fast. And we've seen him stand out over the first two periods.
Yeah, he is a quick guy for sure. Always seems to know where to be as well. I have noticed that. Passes are great. He can shoot too.
Yeah, he can do just about everything on the ice. And it's Grizzlies Fight Cancer Weekend presented by Mountain Land Supply Company. And certainly an emotional one for Kiki and I as our mom's names are over there on the board. And really for the Grizzlies, you think about the third period. They won on Wednesday night in these same jerseys tonight, looking for a third period comeback. Now, I think about Monday's game where they overcome a 4-1 deficit to Orlando to pick up a standing point. And I think tonight, it's going to have to be that same sort of blue-collar effort to get the Grizzlies at least one, maybe two standings points tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we've scored 3 times in a period before, and we've come back. So I don't doubt that they can. It just depends on if they get back into the rhythm they had in the first period.
And maybe they get a power play. They haven't had a single power play through 2 periods, which is a little bit odd.
Yeah, normally penalties are a lot of penalties in the second period, and we haven't had penalties the whole game really. So maybe they're saving them for tomorrow night's game.
Or maybe the third period. Maybe the Grizzlies will come out and they'll have like 4 power plays in the third.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the time. We're typing up the post-game story. We'll see at UtahGrizzlies.com.
Sorry, what was that?
Or are you going to type up the game story?
I'm typing it up right now.
All right, we'll catch you at UtahGrizzlies.com. When we come back, we'll talk with Guy Chiarenza about the standings and how important this game is. We'll have third period action as Allen leads Utah 5-3 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network, presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can, and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
There's one loudspeaker here at Maverik Center as they're about set to start third period action. I'm Tyson Whiting here with Guy Chiarenza. It's a huge game in the standings because third place is on the line tonight. The Florida Everblades defeated the Kansas City Mavericks 4-1. So that means the winner of this game takes over third place in the ECHL's Mountain Division. Wichita's got 56 standings points. They lose 5-3 to Cincinnati. So it's a big game for both teams. Wichita 56 points. They stay there late. They lose tonight. Kansas City, 50 points, but the winner will have 51 as Allen and Utah both with 49 standings points headed into action tonight. But the Grizzlies need a big third period performance. They trail 5-3. Guys, it's going to have to be a blue-collar effort. The Grizzlies may need to find a way to generate some power plays and capitalize on those.
Yeah, Tyson, the Grizzlies need to find something to go their way. But I think you got to start with this massive crowd at the Maverik Center. I mean, I'm sure I got the best crowd mic in the league on my head right now. I'm sure all of you can hear how loud this crowd is. Grizzlies need to take that energy and feed off of it here in the third period, and they have to get the next goal.
Keaton Jamison will take the face-off against Grant Hebert. Grizzlies skating from right to left as we see it from section 114. Your mind's eye, see it on YouTube as 20 minutes are put on the Maverik Center Stadium scoreboard clock. High shot volume tonight. Allen 14 shots in the first, 15 in the second. Utah 10 shots in the first and 14 in the second. Draw one by the Grizzlies. McCallcheck at center ice dumps it in. Chase Berry behind his net will get it over to Ryan Gagnon. Gagnon skates down the middle. Now feed a right wing pass. It's picked off by Raby. Now Gagnon gets it back. And they'll lift it out to center ice. Taken by Bryce Martin. It goes past him. Grant Hebert with good speed for a guy that's 6'4", 200. He spins along the far boards. And as Fournier gets it to Robideau, back to Fournier, who falls down on this fresh sheet of ice. Bryce Martin lifts it out to center ice, taken by Dalton Galley. He'll skate back into his own zone. He'll feed across. Now Robideau gets poked away. Raby on the left side drops it off for Pouncey. He'll take a high slot shot, and it's blocked by Galley. As Pouncey was down the middle, took a righty shot that got blocked as a puck all the way deep in the Grizzlies zone. Tyler Penner with a near wing pass to Raby. Raby at the Allen blue line, enters, dumps it in. As Grizzlies turn Pfizer, who's got 18 goals this season, tied with Cameron Wright for the team lead. Wright's out of the lineup tonight. Pfizer skates towards the right side as he'll deliver it to the corner for Penner. Tyler behind the goal line as the puck bounced off a Sossaman stick. Utah centers it, picked off by Hargrove. He'll throw it out of the zone, and the Grizzlies re-enter. Offside is Utah. Kobe McCauley probably thought that he had touched the puck, but Fitz touched it first. Offside of the Grizzlies, 18:51 left in the third. But, the majority of that first minute, 9 seconds, was in the Allen zone.
Yeah, Tyson, that's a good start. I think that's the first start to the recipe if the Grizzlies are going to find a way to cook up a comeback. It starts with playing the majority of this period in the Allen zone.
Draws it neutral ice near the Allen bench, gathered by Allen. Chris Mallory throws it to the near side for Sossaman. Back to Mallory, skates down the middle. Now drift it to neutral ice in the near side for Sossaman. He'll dump it in, and the arm is raised by the linesman as icing is called on Allen. 18:39 left in the third as action goes back into the Allen zone. It's kind of that pressure that we saw on Monday night against Orlando when Utah overcame a 4-1 deficit. It was just a little bit at a time, generating that offensive zone time, especially when they were down 3. It led to 1 goal, and then, as you pointed out, once you get that first goal, that momentum might end up creeping over, and then you end up getting that second and third goal. So that's really the big thing for the Grizzlies, just keep chipping away. Draw's going to be in the right circle. Tyler Penner will take it against Colton Hargrove. Hargrove has 1 goal and 2 assists tonight on 4 shots. As face-offs in the far circle. Referee points to the circle, says drop the puck. And he does. Allen wins it. Mallory throws to the right side. Fitz gathers it. Right wing shot saved by Perry. Now goes back to Taryn Pfizer. Swings and misses, and the puck goes back to center ice. Pfizer trying to locate it. And it's taken by Hargrove, who skates down the middle. Good poke check by Shears. It rolls towards Penner. He'll get it ahead to Fitz. Fitz couldn't reach it. No ice, though, as Sossaman chases after it deep in the Allen zone. Sossaman moves to the near side for Mallory. We'll dish it out to center ice. It goes past Hank Crone. Rolls towards Bartley. Victor had a second period assist on the Pfizer goal. Has it bounced off of Pfizer. It goes into the Allen zone. It's regathered by Colton Sossaman, sporting a big, long beard. And he's had that beard for years. Sossaman behind Allen's net. Times on the American side, 2 minutes into the third period. They'll throw it to the far side for Mallory, who will gain center ice and dump it in as it bounced off the inboards deep in the Grizzly zone, gathered by Bartley, the former NHL product. Ahead to Simeone. Back to Martell looking for Simeone. It's taken away by Combs. They'll throw it back to Zachary Massicott in the Allen zone. Across to Dalton Skelly, who's about as fast as any Allen defenseman. He'll move it ahead to Butcher, drives it around the boards. Finley to the left side, bounces off of Cam Strong, has played a good game. Strong will throw it down the middle for Bartley, who loses at center ice. Chad Butcher regains the line, and he'll chip it into the left corner. Jack Combs looks to center to Finley. He was skating the other way. Good job by Bartley cutting him off. Finley gets it back. Mascot left point shot. Kick saved by Preek. Rebound goes to Finley on the left side. He'll get it back to Hargrove. He throws it wide of Skelly as the puck goes back deep in the Allen zone. Perry with an outlet pass to center ice. It's picked off by Jamison. Jamison skates in. Left circle, feeds it across to Raby. He'll take a shot. Kick save by Perry. Boy, Perry looked like he did the splits and somehow was able to make the save on the Raby shot. Great stop by Chase Perry.
Yeah, Tyson, that was an excellent save there by Perry, denying the Grizzlies from getting this game to a 5-4 margin. But, I mean, you want to talk about the Allen Americans. They're a really good offensive team, but defensively, not so much. They give up about 34 shots per game. They're 23rd in that category, and they're 22nd in goals against per game. So they're not a very good defensive team.
Grizzlies 26 in shots allowed. A lot of shots here tonight. Off the draw, Raby with a shot that goes wide. Raby skates towards the near boards. He'll take a shot. I got redirected by Jamison. Goes wide. McCallchuck feeds it back up top for Pouncey. He'll take a righty shot and goes wide as the puck glides along the near boards. As Allen gathers the puck as they cross center ice. Brown moves ahead to Hebert. Hebert fanned on the pass, and Allen has to skate back to neutral ice to tag up. Gagnon dumps it in as it rolls back to Hebert in the right corner. He gets around Bryson Martin. Now he gets around Jamison. Hebert's now on the left side. He skates towards the point. Now he'll skate towards his right as Hebert does about a complete circle. Now he skates around the Grizzlies net. Hebert wraparound shot saved by Preek. Actually, Hebert kept the puck. He'll feed it out in front, and Allen gets tripped up as they're looking for a shot. And it was Aiden Brown. No call on the play. The referee is right at it. Aiden Brown down the middle. He gets tripped up again. No call once again. As referee's letting him play tonight. Action in the right point of the Grizzlies zone. As puck squirts out to center ice. Gagnon tried to dump it back in, and the whistle blows as Allen is offside with an even 16 minutes left in the third. Grizzlies probably caught a break there, and that kind of might be an indication that there's going to be very few penalties called here in the third period.
Yeah, Tyson, they did catch a break, but you talked about it. Special teams are going to be big for the Grizzlies down the stretch here. If they can find a way to end up on the power play, I think that would do them wonders.
Draw at neutral ice. On the near side, won by Tyler Penner. Over to James Shearer, moves ahead to Fitz. Action in the Grizzlies zone. Allen centers it. Crone couldn't get a shot off as Preek skated out of his crease to cut off the angle. Now right wing, McCauley shot, and it's blocked by Fitz. Fitz gets the puck. He skates down the middle. He's surrounded by three Americans. Allen Sauceman cut in front of him. Mallory took the puck away. This goes to neutral ice. It's Allen back at center. Rolls back to Sauceman. McCauley takes it away from Sauceman in the Allen zone as he gets it to Chris Mallory, the former Grizzly. Mallory, the Penn State product, third-year pro, feeds to the far side for Hargrove across the center ice. He'll drive it to the right corner, but it's cut off by Shearer in the circle. Shearer moves it ahead as Pfizer gets hit by Hargrove, and that's going to be a penalty. It's going to be on Allen, delayed call. As Pfizer feeds it to the left side for Penner. He couldn't reach it as the pass was behind him, actually. And Sauceman touches up the puck. Interference is going to be the call. Colton Hargrove with two palms in the air, wondering why the call was made. It looks like holding's actually going to be the call. The 15-12 left in the third as the Grizzlies get that power play they were looking for. We'll see if they capitalize here.
Yeah, Tyson, we were talking about it, and we manifested it. Here it is, the power play chance. Question is can the Grizzlies convert on it?
Watch out for Taryn Pfizer. Has already got a goal tonight. He's been big on the power play for the Grizzlies. Holding's the call, 4:48 into the third period. There's a draw won by the Grizzlies. Their first power play of the game. Utah to the near goal line. Centers that shot saved by Perry. That shot was taken by the Rooster, Jordan Martell. Pfizer throws it to Nilsson, but it's out of the zone. Nilsson throws it back to Pfizer. Moves ahead to Raby. Raby gets it back to Nilsson at the Utah blue line. Nilsson's got 26 power play points this season. Neutral zone shot. Saved by Perry. Rebound goes to the far corner. Sauceman gets double teamed. Robideau skates over there. Now Sauceman comes out of the scrum of the puck. He'll throw it to the near side for Mallory. And Mallory clears it all the way out. It rolls towards the crease. Preek cuts it off. And he'll get it over to Andrew Nilsson. Pfizer leads the club with 7 power play goals this season. He had 1 on Wednesday. Nilsson threw it behind his back. It's picked off by Finley. Finley to the right side. Drops it up for Combs. He'll throw it back to center ice. And rolls into the Allen zone as Gagnon chases after. He gets there before Jamison. He'll throw it out to center ice. It's gathered by Raby. Raby displaying good hands. Neutral zone. He throws it back into the Utah blue line for Pfizer. Pfizer chips a left wing pass to Raby. Raby dishes across to Pfizer. He gathers it right side. Now he'll take a slap shot and it goes wide. As puck glided towards the near boards, Jamison gets hit by Gagnon. Jamison make that Martell slow to get to his feet. Jack comes up ahead. Liam Finley's got a breakaway. Skates down the middle. Finley with a shot. He scores. And this baby might be in the refrigerator. As a long-range pass to Liam Finley connected. He had 2 breakaways that were saved by Preek on Wednesday. But Finley finally gets one past the Utah netminder on a breakaway. As Liam Finley gets his 29th of the season, or 26th of the season. And it's the Americans 6 and the Grizzlies 3.
Well, Tyson, the Grizzlies found themselves chasing the puck on that last shift. The Americans were doing a great job of playing keep away from the Grizzlies, and then who else but Liam Finley, cherry picking at the blue line, finds himself on a breakaway. He only didn't convert 2 times on Wednesday. Tonight, the shot hits its mark.
Finley gets the goal. The assists go to Jack Combs. Combs with the only assist as he threw the long-range pass to Liam Finley. 13:44 and counting left in the third. Utah still on the power play for 30 seconds. The Grizz chip it to the right side from McCallcheck. He gets around an Allen skater. Shot saved by Perry. Arm is raised by the referee. It's going to be another penalty on Allen. Bryson Martin left point shot and he goes wide. It got redirected out in front of the net. Allen touches it up. And it looks like it's going to be a hooking call. And so Allen gets another penalty. So we're going to get 18 seconds worth of a 5-on-3 power play. Then the Grizzlies will continue on the power play 5-on-4. As Chad Butcher is in the Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell. Time of penalty, 6:30 into the third as he gets 2 minutes for hooking.
And Tyson, 18 seconds of a 5-on-3 here. This is a must-win face-off for Keaton Jamison. The Grizzlies need to establish possession here.
Draws, give me the right circle. Remember, the Grizzlies scored 3 goals in the span of 4.5 minutes this past Monday to overcome a 4-1 deficit. They're down by 3 again. 6-3 is the score. Grizzlies back in neutral ice after winning the face-off. As Taran Pfizer skates back in, he drops off for Nilsson. Nilsson to the right side. Throws it up top for Raby. Raby skates towards his left. Back to Nilsson. One-timer, and it goes wide. Martel is looking for the redirection off the glass. And he fanned on the shot. Perry kicked his skate over there. As now Allen to the far side. Mallory clears it all the way out towards Lucas Preek as it ricochets off the boards. Preek plays the puck, and he's thinking about an outlet pass, but just gets over to Nilsson, who skated towards Preek. Out of the box is one player for Allen. It stays a 5-on-4 power play as Hargrove is out of the box, and he joins the play. Actually, Hargrove skated towards the bench. Grizzlies still in their own zone as Pfizer moves ahead to Martel. The Rooster with the left wing pass to Pfizer. He couldn't reach it. He'll race deep in the Allen zone, but icing is called. With 12:40 left in the third and 1 minute and 10 seconds left in Utah's power play. Allen with 32 shots. Grizzlies have taken 29. For the Americans, the shorthanded goal by Finley, and for the Grizzlies, it almost feels like they've got to score on this power play if they want to come back in this one.
Yeah, Tyson, I agree. The Grizzlies haven't done a good job of establishing possession on this power play. They need to find a way to do that.
Grizzlies win the draw. Nilsson throws it ahead as Keaton Jamison crosses center ice. He gains the line right wing, dumps it in. Sossaman behind the net with Martel. Martel pushes Sossaman in the back. As Grizzlies behind the net, Jamison. And another hit delivered by Sossaman on Martel. Fans want a penalty. Allen gets it near circle, and they clear it all the way out. Lucas Preek behind his net. Ryan Kanasevich yelling at the referee. He wanted to call there. There's Bryson Martin. Neutralized. Throws a left wing pass to Shearer. Goes past him. Strong chases after it. Strong around the net. Collides with the boards as Ryan Gagnon hit him. Strong with the puck. Throws it to the right circle for Martin. Martin around the net. He's now on the near side. As Martin with Michalchuk nearby. Martin feeds up top for Shearer. Shearer glides towards his right. Now he'll drive the puck back to the right point. Now up top for Martin. He'll fake a shot, throw it to Michalchuk. He couldn't handle it. Michalchuk gets pushed by Gagnon. Martin over to Fitz, left side, gets it across to Shearer. Back in front from Michalchuk. He couldn't gather the pass. He gets it off the boards. Now Shearer down the middle. Shot saved by Perry. Rebound shot to score! It's a power play goal for the Grizzlies. He got a rebound off Chase Perry and converted. And it looks like James Shearer is skating to the bench first. So it looks like Shearer gets his second goal of the season. It's a power play tally, and this one's not over yet. 11:33 left in the third. It's now a 6-4 game.
Well, Tyson, this game isn't over yet. When Allen scored, you said this baby might be in the refrigerator. It's time to take that out and put it back in the microwave because the Grizzlies are heating up something special here. James Shearer getting the Grizzlies back on the board.
Grizzlies had the corner. They threw it to Shearer. He took one shot. Perry made the save. It bounced up a Gagnon. Rolled back to Shearer, skated towards the net, and Shearer is the one that put it away. Great play by James Shearer, who's about as heads up as any defenseman on this Grizzlies roster. So Shearer gets his second goal of the season. We're now skating 5-on-5. It's a 6-4 game. Michalchuk and Dylan Fitz with the assist. Fitz now extends his point scoring streak to 6 games. At center ice, Stephon Fournier dumps it in. As Grizzlies back in the far corner, deep in their own zone. McDonald tried to move it ahead. Fournier took it away. Left point. Allen skates towards their right. Skelly over to the left circle. Back up top for Skelly. Skelly skates towards the corner, feeds it across, but it's about chest high for Hebert. He'll let it go off the boards. Now Hebert will skate towards the point. Back over, Utah takes it away. Simeone moves ahead to Penner. Will drift it out to center ice for Cole Tarsi. He gains the line. High slot shot. Saved by Perry. And he holds on. He kind of bobbled it for a second. And it looks like the Grizzlies get an offensive zone draw when we come back in 1 minute. It's the Allen Americans 6, the Utah Grizzlies 4. This is Utah Grizzlies hockey, presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club.
I guess it's become a tradition. ECHL Fan of the Year, Jake, who's dancing right behind us. He's the Fan of the Year, and they play Fight Song every game for him. Jake's having a good time, as everybody is here at Maverik Center. Allen leads 6-4. Let's see if the Grizzlies make a comeback attempt. They just scored a power play goal as James Scher got a second of the year. McCallchuk and Fitz with the assist. As puck in the Allen zone, the Americans will skate out as Chad Butcher gets over to Finley, who moves ahead to Combs. Combs skates in, left side, stops at the point, drifts it along the boards. Finley battles with Martel. Gagnon feeds the slot for Combs, and he swings and misses. Look like the puck kind of gliding off sticks rather oddly tonight as Combs around the net. He's being shadowed by James Shearer. Up top for Golly. He'll take a lefty shot, saved by Parikh. Lucas holds on with 10:24 left in the third. Allen has outshot Utah 34-32. The Americans have a 2-goal lead.
Hey, Tyson, and I'm really surprised at how close the shot count is. It wasn't really all that close on Wednesday, but right here the Grizzlies are within 2 of the Americans on the shot count.
I think it might be within 1. They changed it so quickly that I thought that they hadn't changed it yet. 33-32.
I mean, either way, it's really close. So that just goes to show that the Grizzlies are taking shots, and they have had chances in the Americans' end.
Face-off won by Tyler Penner. He took it against Chad Butcher. McDonald on the far side. Oh, he gets hit in the corner by Jack Combs kind of awkwardly. McDonald gets back to his feet. Bartley crosses center ice. Steps over the blue line. Drifts towards the left circle. Center pass. Shot. Oh, and it goes just wide. Great look as he was trying to find Penner out in front. Shot missed by, is what Maxwell Smart would say, missed it by that much. Over in the right corner. As Tyson Pfizer gets back checked by Gollies. The puck glides towards the end boards. As now Chad Butcher gets hit in the back. Butcher loses the puck. Dylan Fitz to the left side. Sharp angled shot saved by Perry. Rebound goes to Penner. Trying to get it back to Fitz, but the pass didn't have much velocity on it. Liam Finley takes it away. Finley crosses center ice. He gets poked away by Fitz, and Pfizer takes the puck. Over to Fitz. Fitz skates towards the right circle. Take a shot. It's blocked by Sossaman, who's had a good game. Gagnon spins it to the near side, looking for Liam Finley. Finley will throw it to the center ice, looking for McCauley at center. Allen will make a line change around him as McCauley dumps it in. He chases over in the right corner. He's surrounded by 2 Grizzlies. Pouncey trying to get the puck out of the pile. Hank Crone over there as well. Pouncey does get the puck out of the pile. He gets knocked down off the boards. And taking it is Tyson Pfizer. He'll lift it out to center ice. Mallory gets the bouncing puck. He'll wobble it across to Sossaman on the near side. He'll dump it in as it bounced off of McCauley's stick. As Parikh plays behind his net, he'll feed it to the far side. Allen looks to center to McCauley and glanced off his stick. Simeone moves it ahead to Martel. Martel to the left circle, and he'll take a backhand shot saved by Perry. Martel still with the puck. He's on the right side. He skates towards his left. He'll take a righty shot. Save. Rebound shot and a score! James Shearer gets his second of the game. And this one's not over yet. It's Allen 6 and Utah 5. 2 unanswered goals by James Shearer, who now has 3 on the season, 2 in the game. And he was in the right place at the right time. Great anticipation by James Shearer. And it's now a one-goal game.
Tyson, can you believe this? What a turn of events, and James Shearer right at the center of it. He's been fantastic all game long defensively and now offensively. What a game for James Shearer.
James Shearer gets a pat on the back from Grizzlies head coach Ryan Kanasowicz. The assists go to Jordan Martell. It's the only assist. As the shot was bobbled by Perry, and Shearer was just out in front of the net. Rare for a defenseman to be up there, but he gets the goal. It's the Americans 6 and the Grizzlies 5. Out to center ice. Grizzlies throw it to Simeone. Crowd's been into it all game, and the crowd is alive here at Maverik Center. Over to the right side. Allen gets it. They're on their own end. They'll lift it out to center ice. Now stop the Strong's glove. Robidoux, a neutralized, dumps it in. It goes between the legs of Bartley. As Butcher gets taken away, or make that Hebert gets taken away by Bartley. Now ahead to Martell. It's Martell near the Grizzlies bench. He's back in his own end. Martell gets poked away by Hebert. Skating over to take it to McDonald. Connor skates around the referee. 8-11 and counting left in the third. It's 6-5. Allen with the lead, but the Grizzlies have scored 2 unanswered. Puck at center ice flies off Michalczuk's stick and into section 111 in about row 5 as the fan comes away with a souvenir. Great crowd here at Maverik Center. 6,941. 6,941. The attendance here on a Friday night.
Tyson, it's a really great crowd, and they're really loud here. Grizzlies got the fans back on their feet. They're buzzing, and hopefully that fan in section 111 is okay. That puck was coming in hot.
Draw at center ice. Won by the Grizzlies, but Jamison backs it out into Preek. Out of Bryson Martin in the right corner. They'll move it to Rabies along the near wall. They'll feed it across. Grizzlies at their blue line. Cross-ice pass bounced off the stick of Jamison. Allen tries to move it ahead, and they do. Finley gains the line, throws to the right left side for Combs. Back to Finley. It bounced off his skate. Now Combs, right side, skates towards the goal line, now around the net. Combs has a lot of age to him, but he still looks like he moves around well. Throws up top for Gagnon. He'll skate down the middle. Now he'll veer off to the right. Gagnon now around the net, being shadowed by Jamison. Gagnon's now on the left side. He'll drop it off to the far corner for Finley. Finley skates towards the left point, now to the right side. Finley gets pushed by Pouncey. Finley gets hit along the boards, and Finley gets divorced in the puck. He wanted a penalty, none to be had. There's Jamison over to the near side. Gets it across to Bryson Martin. Ahead to Michalczuk. It bounced off his stick. Rolls towards Dalton Galley. Now taking away is Bryson Martin. He'll take a shot. Kick save by Perry. And the puck bounced off the protective netting and goes out of play. With 7:03 left in the third. The Grizzlies are buzzing here.
Yeah, Tyson, they really are. It seems like every player on the Grizzlies roster right now is making an impact. The latest being Bryson Martin, trying to fake out Chase Perry. Had a really good look there, joining the rush. I like what the Grizzlies are cooking up right now, Tyson.
Third place is on the line tonight as Kansas City lost to Florida for the second straight game. Winner will be in third place. Kansas City would be in fourth. And whoever loses in regulation would be in fifth. Off the draw, left wing, Fitz shot, saved by Perry. As Fitz had a pretty good look, and Fitz came into play tonight, tied for second in the club with 128 shots with Taryn Pfizer. Grizzlies are without Cameron Wright, and he's a big loss, but the guys have stepped up. Dylan Fitz being one of them, Cam Strong, and Jordan Martell's played an outstanding game. Allen wins the face-off as Colton Sossaman crosses center ice right wing to chip it over to Hargrove. Hargrove skates towards the right circle, backhand shot saved by Preek. Hargrove feeds out in front, shot to score. As Colton Hargrove with a nice pass out in front to Hank Crone. Crone put it away, and that's a big insurance goal for the Americans as they now lead 7-5.
Well, Tyson, once again, for one of the second or third times in this game, we've seen the Americans work the puck down low, and nobody covers the guy in the slot. Hank Crone was just wide open. The Americans worked the puck from down below the goal line, and he was right there to take that one-timer. Parikh didn't really stand a chance. The Americans are back up with a 2-goal lead.
For Crone, that's his second goal of the game and 30th of the season. He now has 2 goals and 1 assist, and Colton Hargrove now has 1 goal and 3 assists. And as you mentioned, too many of those goals just out in front of the net, out there in the crease. That's another example of it, as Hank Crone didn't have anybody nearby to defend him. Grizzlies cross center ice. Bartley dumps it in. As puck behind the net as it chips over to the far corner. Allen gets it. They're on their own end as Grant Hebert moves it ahead to Aiden Brown. Brown gains center ice. Dumps it in. He lost his stick. Might have gotten a piece of Cam Strong. Break behind the net. Will feed it to Bartley in the near corner. Bartley across to McDonald. Captain throws it across for Simeone. He couldn't reach it and rolls all the way deep in the Allen zone as it glides past the goal line, and icing is on the Grizzlies with 6:15 left in the third. it's one of those things. Allen just stations a guy that cutting in front of the net, and you just got to find a way to make a count of him. Grizzlies at times do a good job of that, but tonight Allen's just kind of snuck out there in front.
Yeah, Tyson, that work that Allen has done below the goal line has really been their secret sauce so far in this game. They've done a really good job of getting that puck from below the goal line to whoever's in the slot. The Grizzlies need to find a way to make that stop.
Allen with 7 goals on 35 shots. They win the face-off as Dalton Skelly, right point shot blocked by his teammate Chad Butcher. He'll feed it across, nobody home. Skating over, there's Jack Combs. Combs over to Dalton Skelly. Right point shot saved by Preek. Rebound. Now Allen gets it left side. Combs couldn't get a shot off. I think McDonald got a stick in the way. Great poke check by the Grizzlies captain. Left point. Mascot with a shot. And it deflects off the stick and flies high and out of play off the protective netting. 5:57 left in the third. Allen leads 7-5 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
I live for my next goal. Whether it's another pick six or another step forward in life, I wouldn't be who I am without the drive to reach it. And I wouldn't be where I am without my team. Everyone on and off the field who supports me and believes in my dreams as much as I do. Whatever your goals are, surround yourself with people who are going to help you reach toward them. Like my friends at America First, and see where life takes you.
Allen leads 7-5, 5:57 left in the third. Grizzlies have outshot the Americans 38-36, but Grizzlies need to find a way to get one here in the next 2 or 3 minutes in order to have a realistic chance.
Yeah, Tyson, they do. They need 2 goals to tie this thing up. The good news is goals seem to come at any given moment in this game, so they got plenty of time to do it. 5:57 still left on the board, but they're going to have to do it quickly. You don't want to be down too late in the late stages of this game.
Draw on the Grizzlies zone, won by the Americans as Jack Combs behind the net battling with Keaton Jamison. Combs throws it up top for Skelly. He feeds it across to Mascot. Down the middle looking for Finley. Pass behind him. Jamison gets it off the board, so ricocheting off the glass. Goes past Vladislav Mikalchuk. And foot race into the Allen zone. It looks like it's going to be Grizzlies, icing on the Grizzlies with 5:37 left in the third.
Tyson, this game has turned into a shootout. The Americans aren't really all that great defensively. As I mentioned before, the Grizzlies need to find a way to exploit that. It seems like that Crone goal kind of took the momentum out of the crowd, the momentum out of the game for the Grizzlies. They need to find a way to get that back, and they need to do that quickly.
Draw on the far circle, won by the Americans. They're in the offensive zone. Maverik feeds it to Crone. He'll get it across. It bounced off the chest of Kobe McCauley. As Mikalchuk crossed the center ice, dumps it in. Mikalchuk got hit in the back by McCauley. Now Mikalchuk delivers a big-time hit. Now McCauley delivers a hit on Mikalchuk. Over to the far side, Maverik battles one-on-one with Jamison as Maverik gets physical with Jamison. As battle on the far side, McCauley over there. Puck rolls back towards Hargrove. Taking its Raby. He gets pushed. He throws to the high slot. Hank Chrome picks it off. Chrome with 2 goals tonight as they dump it in. As Preek behind his net throws to the near side for Bryson Martin. Martin skates down the middle, neutralized. They throw it to the right side for Pfizer. Steps over the offensive line. Back to Martin. He throws it behind his back and it's picked off by Robidoux. He'll chip it off the near boards. Goes back over as Hebert gets over to Fournier. Breakaway. Fournier takes a shot and rolls past the goal line. And it's now an 8-5 game as Fournier pounds the near glass as he's fired up in his Allen Americans debut. As the Americans have pumped in another one, it's 8-5 as Ryan Kanaswich does not look like a happy camper on the Grizzlies bench.
No, Tyson, he does not. And for all the right reasons. I mean, this really isn't a good defensive play by the Grizzlies. They just get caught up at the blue line, and then all alone is Fournier getting that trickling puck, and he's on the breakaway. And Parikh gets some of it, but just not enough. And he scores in his Americans debut.
With as disciplined as the Grizzlies defense can be, it's just we've had too many breakaways and too many of those odd man rushes, too many guys up in front of the net. As unfortunately, some defensive assignments are being not committed. As Fournier gets the goal, his first in an Allen uniform, and Grant Hebert picking up an assist. He's got a multiple-point game as puck dumps deep into the Allen zone. As Gagnon goes down, Cole Tarsi over there. As Fitz in the area, puck goes to McCauley, and he'll drift it out to center ice. As Penner at center ice, right wing near the Allen bench, throws it across to Nilsson. Nilsson steps over the blue line and dumps it in. Hargrove chases after. He's had an outstanding game. He might be one of the 3 stars. As Gagnon throws it across to McCauley. He gets around Pfizer. Now at center ice. As McCauley dumps it off for Chrome. Left side shot blocked by Bartley. Puck rolls towards Fitz. As Fitz will feed it back to Bartley. A lot of fans heading for the exits. Less than 4 minutes left in regulation. Allen leads 8-5 in a crazy high-scoring affair. As Grizz get to the captain, Connor McDonald. Left wing pass to Martel. Martel skates towards the circle. Feeds it across. It bounced off an Allen stick. Strong in the right corner. Battling with Mallory. Still get over to Simeone. Across looking for Bartley. Puck flies towards Perry. Will nudge it out to center ice. Martel regathers it. As the Rooster moves it ahead to Cam Strong. He'll throw a left wing pass to Simeone at the blue line. Simeone trying to get Martel in the left circle, and it's poked away by Mallory. Now rolls towards the end wall as Allen gathers the puck as Chad Butcher. Right side, crosses center ice, gets around Simeone. Butcher gains the line, doesn't have numbers, so he'll just dump it in. McDonald collides with Butcher and gets the puck. He'll move it ahead to Martel. Rooster throws the center ice for Strong. Backhand pass towards the Rooster, picked off by Finley. Grizzlies make a line change as Allen moves it ahead to Butcher. He's now in Grizzlies territory, drops it out for Finley. Finley skates towards the right circle. Throws it back up top for Skelly. He'll move it across. It goes to the left point. Massacott couldn't keep it in as it bounced over a stick to neutralize. Massacott now dumps it in. Rolls off the glass and out of play. The 2:49 left in the third.
Well, Tyson with the Americans up by 3. 2:49 to go. Each team, if this score stands, each team will have one game in this series. Try saying that 3 times fast. One game in this series. And that just sets the stage to be even bigger tomorrow night for the rubber match of this series.
That series most likely will be on the line tomorrow as Utah won 5-3 on Wednesday. Looks like Allen's going to get a victory barring a miracle. And game 3 will be the rubber match as Allen gets it left side. Aiden Brown with the shot is blocked by Martin. As rolls back to McCallchuk and neutral ice. He'll dump it in, but he dumped it in from Grizzlies territory. So icing is on Utah. The 2:31 left in the third. And tomorrow's going to be a big game. And if Allen secures victory, they will take over third place in the Mountain Division. But remember, Allen would just be 2 points ahead of Utah. Grizz would be in 5th. Kansas City would be 1 point ahead of Utah as they'd be in 4th. And you can't underestimate the importance of tomorrow's game because if the Grizzlies can find a way to win tomorrow, they win 2 out of 3 games in this series against a pretty good Allen team. Next week, the Grizzlies will take on the Wichita Thunder. On Friday and Sunday, that's going to be on the road. The first 2 times the Grizzlies face the Thunder this year. They're in 2nd place in the division. Grizzlies get it towards the offensive zone. It bounces off the stick of Jamison. Now Massacott gets it. He skates around his net. 2:15 left in the third. As the Americans towards the near side. Dalton Skelly crosses center. As he'll skate in. As he gets cut off by Bryson Martin. The puck glides along the wall. As Aaron Thoe gets held up by Abear. Puck goes back to Martin. Bryson Martin battling with Justin Young. As now it rolls to McCallchuk, who's played well tonight. Ahead to Raby. Dakota left wing. Dumps it in as he chases after it in the corner. Dalton Skelly avoids him. Americans feed it across. It's Justin Young, number 28. Moves out to center ice, and nobody in particular. And icing's going to be called on Allen with 1:42 left in the third.
Well, Tyson, don't forget the last time the Americans put up 8 goals at Maverik Center, Lucas Parikh and Chase Perry, both of the goaltenders in that game, are both in this game, and we saw them fight at the end of this one. I don't know if we'll see that here today, but the Grizzlies need to set the tone here in the final minute 42 heading into tomorrow night's game. They can't let this one linger. They have to do something here to get the momentum in their favor heading into tomorrow night's game.
That was quite the game. Allen won 8-1. Grizzlies have played a little bit better tonight, but that was a crazy ending to that game. As these 2 teams lead the league in penalty minutes, although we haven't seen a ton of penalties here in the first 2 games of this series. Grizzlies win the draw. James Shear on hat trick watch. He's got 2 goals tonight. He'll bounce it off the end boards. Grizzlies around the net as Allen trips him up. And the Grizzlies draw a penalty. As Grizz are behind the net, and that's at least the 2nd penalty in this game that Taryn Pfizer has drawn. So he's drawn quite a few penalties, not only tonight, but over the last 5 games with this hustle and effort. Ryan Gagnon goes to the Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell. 2 minutes for tripping. If you or someone you know been charged with a DUI, Rogers and Russell is Utah's DUI defense firm. Consequences for driving under the influence in Utah are serious. And you need great attorneys on your first line. Look for a letter in the mail from Rogers and Russell inviting you to schedule a free consultation. Don't throw away or disregard this letter. calling it Utah's number 1 DUI defense team. Rogers and Russell. Grizzlies having the right side after winning the faceoff. Raby over to Pfizer. Back to Raby. 1:12 left in regulation. Raby right side takes a shot save. Rebound shot. A kick save by Perry. As Nielsen had a good look from the left side. Allen clears it out to center. But Chase Perry, an acrobat, making quick moves from one. just doing the splits out there. Left side Nielsen. Throws it across to Pfizer. Went over his stick and goes out to center ice. Grizzlies have to reset. Pfizer over to Jamison. Keaton skates towards his right. Feeds it back to the left. Goes to Martell. He skates towards the left corner. As Martell throws it up top for Nielsen. Andrew will take a lefty shot and it goes wide. Puck glides towards Pfizer. He's on the right side. At the point, 33 seconds left in regulation. Nielsen with a lefty shot hits the pipe. Martell, left side shot save. Rebound shot and a score. That was played with a high stick, no goal. As Keaton Jamison, the puck lifted high into the air. Jamison batted it, but he played it with a high stick. Referee says no goal. It was a good call. They're probably going to look at it on video replay. 28 seconds left in the third period. Jamison argues it mildly. I think he even knows that was played with a high stick. So it stays an 8-5 game.
Yeah, Tyson, that stick was definitely above the crossbar from Keaton Jamison. Really good effort, but that's a no goal by the rules in the book. 8-5 game, we stay.
Draw's going to be at neutral ice. Wouldn't have really done much to the outcome as there's not enough time left and the Grizzlies are down by 3. But obviously would have been nice to get a power play goal late in regulation. Draw's going to come out to neutral ice. Jamison takes it, and he wins it, but Nielsen couldn't reach it as it rolls into the Grizzlies zone. As Pfizer loses it, Grant Hebert skates over to the left side to get it. Puck rolls off of Nielsen's skate and rolls to the near side. As Jamison gets around Justin Young. Young takes it away. Raby gathers it at center ice for the Grizz. Gets around Galley. Jamison gets taken away at the blue line. Hebert will throw it in. 5 seconds left. As Pfizer chasing after it in the Grizzlies zone. And that will do it. Allen wins 8-5 in one of the more high-scoring and entertaining games of the season. As Colton Hargrove and Hank Crone were big-time stars tonight. Both teams had one power play goal. Remember, the Grizzlies won on Wednesday 5-3, so the series will be on the line on Saturday night as both teams won one game in the series. Grizzlies Fight Cancer Weekend will continue on Saturday night. As Allen gets the victory, 8-5. Post-game shows in 30 seconds. Once again, the final score, the Allen Americans 8, the Utah Grizzlies 5. Post-game show starts in 30 seconds on the Grizzlies Hockey Network. Final score, Allen 8, Utah 5. I'm Tyson Whiting. The series is now even at 1 game apiece. The rubber match will be on Saturday night at 7 o'clock. Utah's 6-game points streak comes to an end as they had a standing point in 6 straight games coming into play tonight. The Allen Americans not only passed the Grizzlies in the standings, they also passed the Kansas City Mavericks. As Allen, now with 51 standings points, has taken over third place as Kansas City lost 4-1 to the Florida Everblades. And for the Grizzlies, they scored first. 5:12 into the game, Jordan Martell got his 7th of the year. Cam Strong and Christian Simeone with the assists. Allen tied it up 19-10 into the first as Grant Hebert gets his 6th of the year. Stephon Fournier and Mikel Robideau with the assists. The score was tied at 1 after 1 period of play. Allen outshot Utah 14-10. The Americans scored 2 unanswered to start the second period as Hank Crone in a 4-on-4 situation scored his 29th of the year. And Colton Hargrove and Colton Sossaman with the assist. And then Aiden Brown scored unassisted 3:29 into the second. Allen took a 3-1 lead. Grizzlies got it back on the board as Dakota Raby got his 9th of the year, 4:27 into the second. It was unassisted. And that made it a 3-2 game. Allen retook a 2-goal lead, 4-2, as Colton Sossaman with a power play goals. He scored from the high slot. Jack Combs and Colton Hargrove with the assist. That was Allen's lone power play goal of the game. They went 1 for 2 on the man advantage. And Sossaman scored 9:45 into the second. Allen took a 4-2 lead. The Americans extended the lead a minute and a half later, 11-12 in, as Colton Hargrove got his 29th of the year. McCauley and Crone with the assists. Grizzlies cut into the lead, and Taryn Pfizer really threaded the needle on a sharp-angled shot from the right side as he just fired it over the left shoulder of Chase Perry. Pfizer gets his team-tying 18th goal of the season. He's now tied with Cameron Wright for the club lead. Victor Bartley and Keaton Jamison with the assists. Allen led 5-3 after 2 periods of play. The Americans extended the lead 6:06 into the third as Liam Finley gets his 26th of the year. Jack Combs with the assist. That was a shorthanded goal, and Finley ended up scoring on a breakaway that turned out to be the game winner. The Americans led 6-3. Utah got 2 goals by James Shearer to make things interesting, as Shearer scored 8:27 into the third. It was a power play goal. Dylan Fitz and Vladislav Mikalchuk with the assist, and with that assist, Dylan Fitz extends his point-scoring streak to 6 games. Dakota Raby with the goal in the second period extended his streak to 6 games as well. Shearer's second of the game was scored 11-12 into the third, with Jordan Martell getting the assist. So Shearer ended the night with 2 goals, and Jordan Martell ended the night with 1 goal and 1 assist. Then the Americans scored 2 unanswered, as when Shearer scored his second of the game, 11-12 in, that made it a 6-5 Allen lead. Then Hank Crone put the baby in the refrigerator for good as he scored his 30th of the year, 13-12 in, with Hargrove and Sossaman getting the assist. And then Stephon Fournier added some more insurance as he scored 15-17 into the third. It's Fournier's debut game with the Allen Americans after being acquired in a trade with the Wichita Thunder. As Fournier had 1 goal and 1 assist, was a +1 for the Americans. Aber and Robidoux with the assist there, 15-17 in. And even though the Grizzlies outshot the Americans 40-37, it's Allen that comes away with the 2 standings points as they win 8-5. Gained the victory in net is Chase Perry, as his record goes to 8-3-1 this season. He stopped 35 of 40. Utah's Lucas Parikh saved 29 of 37, as his record is now 8-9 on the season. So the Americans get the 3-goal victory. And for the Grizzlies, quick turnaround tomorrow as Grizzlies Fight Cancer Weekend presented by Mountain Land Supply Company continues. And for the Grizzlies, you can still win the series, but they got to find a way defensively to tighten things up, because it looked like there were too many times where Allen just had open looks, and it looked like some missed defensive assignments. And it's hard to really tell in hockey what those assignments were. But tomorrow, if they want to get a victory, they're just going to have to button down defensively. And guys, it's just one of those games where Allen just seemed to be on point with everything offensively. And I don't know there was much Lucas Parikh or really the Grizzlies could have done about it.
Yeah, Tyson, and I think the strange thing is I thought that the Grizzlies' defense in the first period was excellent.
Yeah.
I thought they played a really strong defensive showing in the first period. It's just in the last 40 minutes that seemed to just collapsed, and I think the factor in all that was the fact that the Allen Americans changed their scheme. In the first period, they were kind of rotating the puck around the perimeter, and the Grizzlies were doing a great job of keeping the puck in the perimeter and out of the slot. And then in the second period and on, the Americans did a really good job of moving around, making really quick decisions, using their speed, kind of catching the Grizzlies defense on their heels. And it seemed like in the second and third period, the Grizzlies defense were really chasing the Americans around in their own end. And there was far too many times where Allen would work the puck down below the goal line, and then they'd feed it out in front, and there'd be an American that would be wide open. And Lucas Parikh just didn't really have a chance to make a save on those plays. So I think the Grizzlies, now that they've seen this front and center, this main scheme for the Americans, because it seems like that's how they really get all their goals. Now that they've seen this, gotten a taste for this, I think they'll be much better adapted to that tomorrow night and really just try and stop down a really prolific Americans offense.
As we mentioned before, could still win the series. And, it was a big victory for Allen because now, they gained 3rd place in the Mountain Division. And Allen is now 5-3 against the Grizzlies this season. Or really, the Grizzlies ended up winning one of those games in overtime. So Allen's record would be like 5-2-1. For the Grizzlies, they are 3-5 against Allen this season. And, it's just when you talk about the Fabulous Four, I think I don't really know. There's a nickname for the 4 stars for Allen. I'm not sure quite what it is, but for the Americans, it's Hank Crone, it's Colton Hargrove, it's Liam Finley, and it's Jack Combs. And, of course, tonight, all four of those guys really contributed big time. Colton Hargrove had 1 goal and 3 assists. Hank Crone had 2 goals and 1 assist. Jack Combs had 2 assists and was a +1, and Liam Finley had 1 goal. And the big thing for Allen, obviously with 8 goals, they had contributions from other guys. Colton Sossaman, 1 goal and 2 assists. Grant Hebert, 1 goal and 1 assist. Stephon Fournier in his Allen debut, 1 goal and 1 assist. And so, people talk about those 4 guys, but when Allen's getting scoring from players other than the fabulous 4, you're talking about a team that can be ultra dangerous, because that's depth scoring that Allen hasn't necessarily gotten a ton of this year. And when they're getting that depth scoring, they could be just about unbeatable.
Yeah, Tyson. And just to add on to that, I think the most dangerous thing about Allen is not really just the weapons, but the fact that they're able to roll out 3 really good lines of just prolific scorers. I mean, you talk about Hank Crone, Liam Finley, Colton Hargrove. Just to name a few guys, I mean, I can hardly remember all of them. There's so many of them. But, I mean, these guys are really good at what they do. They're really good at moving the puck around, and they're really speedy. And so they utilize their skills, and they utilize them really well. And unfortunately for the Grizzlies, they just weren't able to keep up with that tonight in this game. So they're going to have to find a way to shut them down tomorrow.
It's one of those things where defensively, Allen forces you to play a disciplined brand of hockey, because as we saw, there were just too many moments where Allen had open guys out in front, or they get the puck behind behind the goal line, just center it out in front, and Allen would have an open guy. A lot of times the Grizzlies have guys accounted for that, and a lot of times the Grizzlies are a disciplined defensive team. But tonight, for whatever reason, Allen was just able to break free on a few occasions, and unfortunately for the Grizzlies, that means 2 standings points for the Americans. There were some ugly plus-minus totals on the night for the Grizz, but Christian Simeone, Cam Strong were each a +2 for the Grizzlies, as was Connor McDonald. So Connor was a +2 tonight for the Grizzlies. That means he is a +9 in his last 6 games. So the Grizzlies captain has really played great. Christian Simeone's gotten a lot more ice time over the last handful of games, and he's starting to play really good hockey. And I thought that Jordan Martell had 1 goal and 1 assist, and Cam Strong, who had 1 assist, was a +2. I thought those guys really played a good game for the, I thought they played, not to use the word strong, but because that'd be too much of a pun there. But, those guys really played, I thought, a pretty good game. And Jordan Martell, one of his best games in a Grizzlies uniform.
Yeah, Tyson, I agree. In a game like this, there are some positives. And you talk about Connor McDonald, really the rock on defense, the anchor, really to just pulls this whole thing together. I mean, he's now got +4 on the season. So now he's the team leader in plus-minus. He's done a really good job on defense this season. But the last time the Americans came in here and they put up 8 on the board, it was kind of just like, well, where do we go from here? We were going into Rapid City, and it was just like, well, I mean, how do we make sense of this mess? But I think there's a lot of positives this time around. Is that was an 8-1 game.
Yeah.
This is an 8-5 game, and you still have another game against Allen tomorrow night. I think the big takeaway for me tonight was the defense needs to be better, but the offense I thought was really good for the Grizzlies tonight. You want to talk about guys that really stepped up. Taryn Fizer stepped up. Dakota Raby had a really solid game. I thought Vladislav Mikalchuk was physical in a game where the Grizzlies needed to be physical against a physical opponent. So I think there's a lot of positives here for the Grizzlies. There's a lot of stuff to build upon. I think they've gotten better and learned to play against this new Allen Americans team, because they're very different from what we saw in November, where the Grizzlies won that series. So the Grizzlies have found a way to kind of hang in there with the Americans. Now they need to take the next step and really find a way to neutralize their weapons and find a way to activate their own weapons against an Americans team.
It's kind of odd considering that this is number 1 and number 2 in penalty minutes in the league. We didn't see that many penalties either on Wednesday or tonight. Allen was just 1 for 2 on the power play. Utah was 1 for 3. 57 seconds into the second, we got a little bit of entertainment as it was a delayed penalty after Keaton Jamison got a tripping minor. Chase Perry was skating towards the bench, as usually happens on a delayed penalty. The puck just drifted towards him. Perry played the puck, even dumped it into the Grizzlies zone. And so we got a penalty for a goaltender playing the puck beyond center ice. That's the first time I've seen that calling a Grizzlies game in my 4.5 years. And then Lucas Preet got a tripping minor 7:55 into the second, and he was represented in the box by Andrew Nilsson, who's probably thinking to himself, wait a minute, I'm in the box when I commit penalties quite a bit anyway. Now I'm in the box when I don't even commit a penalty. That's the second time in the last 3 games that Lucas Preet committed a penalty, and Andrew Nilsson actually went to the penalty box sitting in the 2 minutes for Parikh. So I guess Preet probably owes him a cold one or something.
I guess Andrew Nielsen is just the legal representative for this team.
He's the
Every
lawyer.
time somebody needs a lawyer, you got to call Andrew. And so he ends up in the penalty box serving that. But I don't know. I think the Grizzlies just need to take time to reset, go to bed tonight. Don't let this linger too much and get right back at it tomorrow because, as you mentioned before, there's still time to win this series and really get back into this playoff race. It's going to be tight. It's going to come down to the wire, and I think we got to thank the Florida Everblades for defeating Kansas City Mavericks and making this all that more tighter because it's really going to come down to the wire. And I mentioned before that the Grizzlies need to win this game, win these games against Allen, win these games against Kansas City, really win these games against divisional opponents because you want to be able to control your own destiny at the end of the season. You don't want to have to be sitting around waiting for other teams to lose so you can sneak into a playoff spot at the last second. The Grizzlies need to be playing good hockey when the weather starts warming up, which hopefully it will soon. So they find themselves in a playoff spot in good position to make a run at the Kelly Cup.
3 stars of the game. Number 3 star, Colton Saucerman, who had 1 goal, 2 assists, was a +2, and had 1 shot for Allen. His 1 shot found the back of the net. He is the number 3 star of the game. Number 2 star is Hank Crone, who had 2 goals and 1 assist. He led the Americans with 8 shots. In fact, he led both teams in shots. Dakota Raby led the Grizzlies with 7 shots. But Hank Crone had a big game, 2 goals and 1 assist. He now has 30 goals in the season. 30 goals and 40 assists. He has 70 points in 48 games. Hank Crone, maybe the best player in the league. He was outstanding again tonight. He's the number 2 star. If he's not the best player, you'd probably put a case for Colton Hargrove, who had 1 goal and 3 assists. Hargrove last Saturday against Florida had a 23-game point scoring streak come to an end. That's the longest such point streak in the last 7 years in this league. Well, Hargrove scored a goal on Wednesday, and he picked up a 4-point performance, 1 goal and 3 assists, 5 shots. He's the number 1 star of the game. So he now has a point in 25 of his last 26 games. And really, that's been the big thing about the Americans. They've gotten outstanding performances from all those guys, the Fabulous Four. And, they really have won a lot of games as a result of it. They got off to a slow start this season, as did the Grizzlies. Both teams right up there in the standings. And, Allen's now 500 on the road. They're 14-14 on the road this season. They're now a 500 club, as the Americans are now 25-25-1 this season. Grizzlies' record falls to 23-25-3. As Allen, 51 standings points, they're in 3rd place. Kansas City's in 4th with 50 points, and the Grizzlies right now in 5th place with 49 points. And so because of that, it's going to be a huge game tomorrow. Last game of the 3-game home set is the Grizzlies will be on the road the next Friday and Sunday over in Wichita. First time the Grizzlies will face the Thunder this season, and it's going to be huge. Grizzlies Fight Cancer Weekend continues. There are actually fans staying afterwards, and they're writing names on the dasher board in front of the Grizzlies bench, and they're putting names of those that have passed due to cancer. My mom passed away a couple months ago. Kiki's mom did a little bit before that, and so it's an emotional night. The Grizzlies are wearing the specialty jerseys once again for the 3rd straight game. And remember, you can bid on those Grizzlies game-worn jerseys on the Dash Auction app. I think the auction might end sometime late tomorrow, so go on there and bid on your favorite Grizzlies player, and you can get their game-worn jersey. And it's not just 1 game, it's 3 games. They wore those jerseys Wednesday, Friday, and again tomorrow. And, if I'm thinking about getting a player's jersey, I'd maybe think about Taryn Fizer. I think Victor Bartley would be certainly a good get. It would not get Fizer. I'd absolutely not get Taryn Fizer. I know that somebody that we know wants to get the Fizer jersey, so I would not recommend putting a bid on the Fizer one. But, Victor Bartley would be a good one to get. Andrew Nelson, you talk about a guy that was a former 3rd-round pick by the Toronto Maple Leafs. He won a Calder Cup in 2018 with Toronto. In fact, the Orlando goaltender Garrett Sparks we saw this past Monday over in Orlando, he was a teammate of Nelson's. James Shearer scored 2 goals tonight. He was maybe Utah's best player. Connor McDonald's got a lot of plus minuses in that jersey. I mean, there's a lot of great options you can get. Now, somebody we know wants to get the Fizer jersey, so I wouldn't place the best bid on that, but there are some great ones there you can bid on.
Yeah, I'm not really all that interested in the Fizer jersey. I just, I don't really want to pick a fight with that person. So Fizer jersey's off limits.
Goals in there.
Yeah, he's got 3 goals, but you know what? It's not worth it to me. I'll take someone else. I mean, the list goes on and on. I mean, you want to talk about guys that really played well in these jerseys. I mean, Dylan Fitz was really great on Wednesday night. Cam Strong has been really good.
The Rooster, Jordan Martell, he's becoming a fan favorite.
You could get, Vladislav Mikalchuk. He was really good. He's really physical. He got a lot of sweat and grit in that one. Aaron Tho brings a lot of physicality to his game. He's done a really good job. Bryson Martin on the blue line. He's been fantastic for the Grizzlies. And joining the rush. I mean, yeah, even Lucas Parikh has been really good for the Grizzlies this season. He seems to be a fan favorite. So, I mean, the list goes on and on, man. You really a lot of options to pick from. And, hey, that's the beauty of it. If you get outbid on one, hey, just go bid on another one. But don't touch that Taryn Pfizer jersey. You don't want to
71 Cowboys probably goes after Dakota Raby if they want to place a bid on that. Hey, Dylan Fitz, you can't forget about him. He picked up an assist tonight, which extended his point-scoring streak to 6 games. Raby extended his point-scoring streak to 6 games. A lot of great options, a lot of great players you can bid on. Go to the Dash Auction app. The bidding will end, I think, sometime tomorrow. I'm not sure the exact time, probably sometime tomorrow around the end of the Saturday night game. Should be a lot of fun. Grizzlies and the Allen Americans. Get your tickets to UtahGrizzlies.com or call 801-988-8000. That's 801-988-8000. Well, now wrap things up. Guy, any final thoughts here before we head out and try to find some food?
Well, Tyson, I don't know what to make out of this game. It seemed really crazy. Really defensive battle in the first period, and then it turned out into a Wild West shootout in the last 40 minutes. So, I mean, really crazy. But, I mean, that just sets the stage for tomorrow night. Should be a really fantastic game. Grizzlies fight cancer weekend. Really emotional building tonight, and it's going to be great tomorrow. So, come on down to the Maverik Center if you're in the area. Tickets are great. Seats are great, and it's great action. So come on down, spend some time with us and the Grizzlies, and we'll see if the Grizzlies can get a win tomorrow night.
Catch Kiki Crum's story at UtahGrizzlies.com. She's typing up the postgame story as we speak. Once again, in 2 hours and 23 minutes, and in front of 6,941 here at Maverik Center, the Allen Americans scored 8 goals, including 2 from Hank Crum, 1 goal and 3 assists from Colton Hargrove, and 1 goal and 2 assists from Colton Sosserman. They beat the Grizzlies, who had 2 goals from James Shearer. Jordan Martell had 1 goal and 1 assist. And the Grizzlies also got goals from Dakota Raby and Taryn Pfizer. Pfizer had 4 shots for the Grizzlies tonight. Well, we'll talk on tomorrow night, Saturday evening, 6:50 pregame show, 7:10 face-off. For Kiki Crum and Guy Chiarenza, I'm Tyson Whiting, and it is what it is.